Right. Boom. Boom. There we go. Now it should be showing it. I don't know why it wasn't doing it before, but hey. Whoops. Go. Lip Money was good. How you doing? Yeah, I wasn't showing it before. It didn't even send notifications out. How you doing, brother? Let me just drop this again. Let me double check that that's the actual link. Hey, YouTube was doing me dirty, bro. There we go. I'm doing good, bro. What about you? I gotta do my poll again. Hold on, let me do my poll. Welcome, Crystal. How you doing? There we go. Mono Fusion team, yes. That is the team we're rocking today. Although we did rock this team all day yesterday. All right, let's see. There we go. The poll is up, ladies and gentlemen. I fell from like up there, I think. Let me kill these dudes real quick. Gucci dude, I was just watching WuWa 2.4 story with Lupa fighting. Hey, yo. Yeah, bro, that 2.4 story was lit. I enjoyed it. Boom. Bro, I want to mid-max my echoes, but I'm not going to lie to y'all. I think I'm going to wait until they eventually either drop substat rerolling, which might not ever come, or until I get really lucky building one unit and I barely use materials, because right now I'm broke with materials, bro. Have I done this? The poll was a hard one, but went with Cremone's favorite, with Ling Yang. Good old Ling Yang. All right, let's see. I think that, isn't there a way that you could see the stories again? I thought there was. I thought there was. Let me double check something. There we go. There we go. I'm trying to clear out all areas now. I don't know who I'd pick. I know I wouldn't pick Brant, because I'm cool with Brant. Like, he's him, you know what I mean? But if I had to pick it, it'd probably be like grown-up Roshia or Ling Yang for sure. Because Roshia has like cool colors, but I just don't like her design, obviously. But grown-up would be pretty cool. And then Ling Yang would be pretty cool as well. Am I stuck? Okay, there we go. Yeah, I gotta exactly. See, Jonathan knows. I'm cool with Brant being in the game. Oh, shit. I did not mean to do this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are they just gonna stay spawned now? Fuck. Okay, well. Oh my god, bro. I hate echoes. I got way too many echoes. That's only... Why do I have so many echoes, bro? You know what sucks in this game, bro? That discarding actually doesn't give you anything. That's like the most ass thing that they could have ever done. Like, just not giving you anything. Alright, bro. Why are these just here, bro? Let me just select. I need a batch merge. That's what I need to do. Yeah, it would be nice to get something out of it. I don't know why they don't. Bro, I thought these were supposed to be like getting locked up or something. I'm locked up. Can't get enough of the guitar riffs in 2.4. I really want story replay just for that. Like, to actually go through the story and fully replay it again. Actually, let me lock this one, yeah. Yes, Grizzle, I appreciate you being on Twitch as well. Helps out a ton. They really got us doing all this. I'll leave you there even though you're HP. Bro, I gotta start prepping some echoes for Augusta, bro. Some Augusta echoes. I should do that. I should actually do that. There you go, batch merch. Oh my god, why isn't it like auto doodling on them, bro? Wait, isn't this what I actually want? Yeah, why isn't that locked? Weird. Oh, I need that for Brent in case I need to mid-max him even more. Doubt it, but you know. Never hurts to try. Actually, that's a good piece. Shit. Okay, well. Wish there was a faster way to do this, bro. Lock that up. Monday, WuWa is doing some kind of exploration event. Is it? Bro, I hope they do some good events. I'm tired of the events they've been dropping recently. Like, not saying they're like the absolute most horrendous things, but they aren't fun. They haven't been very active. I just kind of sit there and slouch like a potato while I do the event. I know some people like that, but damn. I want some more active events, you know? There we go. I gotta do this a lot, bro. Wait, is it doing it with the discarded one? So it's basically not really doing anything for me. Oh my god, okay, hold on. Batch merging is such a pain. What up, Zendovius? What are you up to, mate? Oh, actually, I'll take that. And I'll take that. You never know. Never know, you know. Boom, now, what I'm gonna do is... Because, yeah, it's just grabbing the ones that I've selected for discard. Which is fine, but, like, it's not really doing a good job with what I need to do. Look at that. I still have way, way too many. Let's just go like this. Let's discard a few. There you go. It's not even that much, but if I get him out of the way, it'll give me a little bit less, and then back to freaking batch merging. Yeah, Zeno was going hard at the base yesterday. When I DC'd, he was still grinding on it. We'll do that. We'll do this. Oh, hell no. We got to do a bunch. Was doing a Trades quest earlier today. Played a bit of the new public. Oh, true, true, true. Here, I get you. I'll get you with the roll. I got you, bro. Withering Waves mentor. I gotta take the roll off John because he hasn't really been active. He hasn't really had much time. He'd be working 17 hours a day, bro. There we go. So I took it from John and I gave it to you, but I'm gonna tell John that you told me to take it from him and give it to you. I got you, bro. I don't think he can go into the admin, but he can go into the other VC that's kind of still private, which is good as well. You got kids, man. Let him keep the job. Bad, bad. I'll tell him. I'll be like, yo, he got kids. Yo, Zeno, download one of them games we talked about yesterday, bro. I'll tell Lat to download it in Crystal too. They free, bro. Let's all download DC Universe, bro. Yo, let's see if I can just up one of my characters real quick. Just make it better. I doubt it, but I think she's already pretty good. Let me just double check her stats. I think I have her where I want her in terms of like echoes, but you never know. So we'll see. This is nice. Not perfect, but not bad. This is decent. I'll take it. You know, it is what it is. This has live bonus, so I'll take that. This has crit rate, crit damage, basic attack. Very low stats, but it does have live bonus to it. And this only has 2 decent stats. Let's see if there's anything better here that I could, you know, improve upon. But I have all these echoes. They annoy me. Every time I come to this page and I see all these echoes here, like all of these, oh, it annoys me so much. I have way too many. And they're decent. Some of these are decent, but, like, I don't know why they're here. Like, you know, I was just trying to do a little bit of everything at one point, I guess. Crit rate, crit damage. Some of these aren't too bad. Eventually, I can put them on random units, I suppose. Let's see. See, like, why are these here? These Havoc pieces. They're so random. I gotta put them somewhere. Random Havoc pieces. And then I have some that I have never finished. Like, I don't even know what this is doing here. Oh, it doesn't have the crits though. Yeah, we're putting that in there, bro. Right, boom. I already started off bad. Oh, it started off horrendous. Let's get out of here. Let's go to this one. Upgrade. We feed the little dragon to it, because this dragon doo-doo. Come on. It's that time, isn't it? Where they just hoe you. Upgrade. I probably should be upgrading a different character, because my Lupa is clean right now. I feel like my Lupa's in a very good spot. She really out here doing her thing. Okay. Wonderful. They hoeing, chat. They just hoeing me right now. That's what they're doing. Alright, crit. Crit. It's like impossible to see a crit rate at this point, or crit damage. They just don't give it to us. See what I mean? Echo rolling has been super rough for me for the past like 2 months. Because I know you guys are young. You don't need more sleep. You don't need to worry about all that, bro. Like, you're fine. Okay, hold on. Hold on, chat. Hold on. Kinda cooked. Kinda cooked. I think they're lower than what I currently have. Never mind, they're both higher. Oh, baby. And we have skill and heavy. It's fine. I lose out on just skill. That's it. And I also have attack percentage on here. Oh, that's nice. Arsh narsh. We got liberation on here, and it's low crit damage, crit rate. So but I don't want to lose on the liberation. And this one's like, okay. Yeah, I feel like I don't want to mess with this one too much anymore. I feel like it's fine. 72, 274. High attack, bro. Resonance skill damage, kind of whatever. Heavy attack 16. Liberation 39. Like, it got stats all across the board, bro. Nothing too crazy, but it got stats across the board. I think I'm going to leave her there. Do I have Lupa in here? Yo, do we have a infinite amount, or is there only 20 slots that we could have? Oh yeah, it's 20. It literally says it right there. So let me get this one. Let me delete it. Yep, and then let me get this one and save us preset. Because there's no way I have this many characters built. Lupa. Zeno is actually the opposite, bro. The older you get, the less hours you actually sleep. When you're young, bro, you can sleep through a storm, bro. The older you get, the harder it is to go to sleep, my brother. Eternal. What the fuck you mean eternal? What is this? I gotta change some of these sets, bro. Siakona, Shang-Li, and I gotta like specifically set them up to be like for mine. Like I have Brant DPS, and then I have Brant sub DPS. I never use Brant sub DPS like ever, so I might just take this out of here. All right, a little bit of improvement. I know Brant could use improvement somewhere, cause Brant crazy, bro. I mean, that crit rate kind of low, even though he does get, is it from S2? He does get 30% more. See who was good, bro. Welcome to the stream. So 30. That's 75 crit rate when he's in the air, but you know, I feel that I have some things here that aren't as good. Like, see, like this got no crit rate. This got no crit rate, but I think it's because it has energy regen, crit damage, and it has attack bonus. I remember that after testing a bunch, yeah, bro, I have a bunch with no crit rate. It's actually insane, bro. But it's a basic attack and energy regen that was keeping me in there. Because look, I got like crit rate, crit damage, but then I don't have, oh, I wonder if it was because I was running him with Shorekeeper before, getting me that 12% higher crit rate, and I'm no longer running him with Shorekeeper. Ooh, that's tough. That's tough, because now I would want more crit rate on his kit, even though he destroys everything regardless, but... Ooh, this has... What does this have that's better? Basic attack? But this has basic attack too. Oh, this has attack percentage. I think I'm going to go for this and just give myself a little bit more crit rate. It still has basic attack mode. I just miss out on the attack percentage, but it's fine. This has no ER, so I think they evened out. And on top of that, I'm getting that ER, so... I think I'll take that for sure. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, but my crit damage goes down a little bit. What's my crit damage on that other piece? Hold on. I got like the lowest crit damage on this one. Ugh. Okay, that's fine. Energy regen. Let's go to 3s. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can cook up, bro. Maybe we can cook up something nice. Maybe we can cook up something nice. I replace only Dragon Prism. Got lots of good stats. See, Brent is my favorite character. He's the GOAT. So I might low-key have to replace a bunch of different things. Now that I'm not running him with Storekeeper. Because, yeah, this has energy regen, attack, crit damage, and basic attack. That's pretty much perfect. Like, I don't know what I would replace from there. This one, though, could get replaced. If I have one with, like... Yeah, this can get replaced with what? I don't know, but... It can probably get replaced. Because this has ER and basic attack. If I had, like, attack and, ER. I'm going to roll a few of these and see what happens. I can't believe I don't have any more rolled. That's crazy. I would only be missing out on the basic attack damage, but everything else on this piece sucks. Let's roll a few of these and see what happens. Let's roll a few, ladies and gentlemen, and see if we get anything good. Liberation. I mean, it ain't bad, but it ain't good. I'm gonna do a bunch, bro, because clearly I have a bunch of these somehow. I'm looking for basic attack, crit rate, crit damage right off the bat. Not heavy attack, basic attack, I mean. We're getting a lot of liberations. Bro, I have this feeling that, like, it's just, you know, me being a skeptic, but I have a feeling that depending, and a long time ago, someone said this, that based on the time or some shit like that, you get specific stats, but, and I think it's weird because, bro, liberation, like, when I'm rolling echoes, sometimes I'll roll really fast and I'll get like defense. I'll roll again, defense. I'll roll again, defense. And I'm like, okay, hold on. I'll wait like, you know, a minute or two and then I'll roll again and then I'll start getting like a whole nother thing a bunch of times in a row. Like, I don't know, heavy attack. It's weird, bro. Yeah, I know they added auto-tuning, but I still like doing it manually just in case. Ew, bro. Ew, bro. They gave me defense. Why? Alright, this one's going to give us something good. Why am I getting liberation on, like, everything? Like, what's going on? Or HP, I guess. Alright, let's feed these two weird ones. Where are they? This one and this one. Might as well, right? Might as well. Oh yeah, no one's safe from it, Zeno. Everybody gotta get... Ooh, okay, we got basic attack. Give me crit rate. I'll take attack. Give me crit rate and crit damage, please. I'm gonna take it to 20, just because, you know, I'm desperate. It didn't pay out. It didn't pay out, chat. It didn't work. It didn't fucking work. Let's see, let's see. Come on now. Give us something good. I said something good, man. Why you gotta do me like that? Alright, the little teddy bear is gonna bring us luck. I believe it. Watch, it's gonna give us some great stats right here. Right now. Attack, crit. I'm gonna cry, bro. It's gonna be the golden age of building characters if they add stat rerolls. I hope so, bro. Little by little, we can start making our main characters just perfection, bro. Just beautiful in every stat, bro. Okay, that's interesting. Hold on, let's see if it rolls crit damage. Oh, hold on, if it rolls crit damage. I shouldn't, bro. I should not do this, but I'm going to do it. Am I doing Brand's artifacts? Yeah, I'm doing a little bit of brand tuning right now. I knew I shouldn't have done it, bro. You never 25 unless you get like 3 perfect substats. What was I tuning? Pretty sure I was tuning like a little bear right here. There we go. How you doing, Hazard? Welcome to the stream, by the way. Trying to make my brand just a little bit better. Not that he needs it, but you know. Oh my god, what is this? This is just atrocious. I'm trying to optimize my fusion team to like completely be done with it for now. Ooh, basic. Okay, give me crit damage. Crit damage. Oh, it was going good. It was going so good, and then it said, nah, not today. Right here. I feel that I just got my Carlotta and Jinshi where they need to be. I got them like 5 months ago. Right, bro? I've had my brand and I haven't messed with his echoes probably since the 2nd week he dropped. But like now, I'm trying to mid-max my brand. Even though I had already mid-maxed him, right? But just trying to make him even better. Oh my god, bro. What are these rolls? It's one of those things where like you always want to do better builds, even if it's just a little bit. Why defense, bro? You seen this, chat? That's the game trolling us, bro. I said, why defense? They said, oh, bet. You want defense? And they gave me another defense. ER. Crit. I'm gonna cry, bro. Now for my DPS, once I get them 70 crit rate and 270 crit damage, I'm done. Nah, I get you, but like when I'm trying to mid-max, I be like going deep on my characters, like real deep. I want to make sure they get their main attribute as well. So like if their basic attack as high as I can with my basic attack, if they're heavy attack, I try to get some heavy attack in there, even if my other stats are really good. Bro, give me something decent. Like, I just need a one piece that's decent. One piece that's decent. This is the opposite of decent, bro. Come on now. Bro, I bet, and it was the same with Carthia. Let them drop a character that scales off, like, defense and HP. Like, they don't need crit rate or something. Bro, we're going to be getting crit rate on every echo piece. If I get crit rate, I'll go to 20 right here. Okay. If I get crit damage, I'll be kind of lit. But I won't. I won't. I knew I wouldn't. I don't know why I kept pushing. All right, teddy bear, where you at? Oh, it was the bunny. Right here? Was it this one? They trolled me. They trolled me, bro. Oh my goodness. Little Dragons is not giving me good luck, bro. Let's do... You know what? Let's grab one of these little things and just feed the other one. If it doesn't work, I'll feed the dragons. I'm just making it so my stats look even better than they already do. And they look pretty good. And the damage is insane, but... Please give me something useful. Please. Basic attack or attack percentage. You know, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, I'll take it, I guess. It's definitely better than the other one. I'll take it. I'll still save this one for when I need it. I low-key, is this better? Oh no, but it does have some off other things, right? Crit damage, that has the same crit damage crit rate. That has high-ass crit rate, but it has defense and HP, whereas this one has flat attack, and then the Resonance Liberation, which doesn't really matter, but... that's higher crit rate, bro. Way higher crit rate, and the same crit damage. Oof. I don't know. I'm at... Ooh. I don't like that I'm below 2... Ooh. It's practically the same echo. Yeah, I think I'm going to use the other one. Low-key. Because... This has high-ass stats, bro. Like, what does this have that's so crazy? Because, like, this looks kind of nice. Over this? Oh, that has ER, bro. Fuck. Do I need the ER, though? That crit rate is looking juicy, bro. Holy shit. Hold on. Let me see something. That puts me at 100 crit rate. 272 crit damage. With 255 ER. What's my regular build? Or like my DPS build? How do I compare to this? Let's see. Higher attack. Lower, way lower crit rate. Lower crit damage by a little bit. Ooh, but my basic attack is kind of lacking. My basic attack went down a lot, bro. My basic attack, I just noticed my basic attack went down a lot. Where did I lose a bunch of basic attack? Hold on. Basic attack. I lost a bunch of basic attack everywhere. ER. I'm gonna have to, like, what do we got here, bro? Let's see. I know we got something in here, bro. Ew, what is this piece, bro? That shit's disgusting. I can only replace this. Hold on. What is this? Hey, bro, if that gives me crit damage, that'll be kind of crazy. Or crit rate. Let's do it. Let's do it. Leave in the heart of the cards, just so they let you down. Hey, that's not even that bad, though. That's not even that bad of a piece. I need ER, crit rate, crit damage, and fuck. Oof, I need a lot, bro. What do we got here? That's a fusion piece, bro. Yeah, none of these have what I need. And I don't want to lose out on crit damage. Fuck. I hate having such little basic attack damage bonus. That's way too little, bro. I do like the fact that I have high crit rate and crit damage, because I'm always critting now with this build. Hey, yo, there's only one way to do this. There's only one way to do this.
Well, whatever it is, I'll play my role to the fullest.
There we go. Because this is my regular Brant DPS build, so for some reason I have way more HP that I don't need. I have way more attack in the other build and way more basic attack damage. So, like, way more. But I have, like, no crit rate. Yeah, I have, like, no crit rate. That's the main thing. The only thing that really matters. I have more crit rate on this build, so I'm pretty sure the other build will hit harder. This is not going to be one of those things where I can find out the difference in just one run. Alright, let's do this real quick. Ooh. Hold on. What? That's weird, bro. Nope. This one's confusing me, bro. Do those 3 red? What 3 red? Do these 3 reds? What about this 1? What is this and why have I not done it yet? Yeah, like, how the hell do I go from here? I'm confused with this one, chat. Not even gonna lie. Oh, wait. No, yeah, I can't go here. Oh. Only took me a few tries, okay. So, this is in the new area. There's these little, like, these things right here. They give you, like, melodies, per se. And, like, a little bit of, I guess, story. And you unlock them and they give you currency. You just go to the map and it's some of the things you gotta complete to 100% the map. Okay, but I see, like, I feel that I'm choosing comfort over anything else, because right now this is a very comfortable Brant build. But is it a good Brant build? I don't know. There's only one way to find out. Actually, not there. Let's go. Actually, that would not be a bad place to try, I guess. Because it's just instant, I guess. Actually, we've been getting a lot more Twitch viewers than YouTube viewers, surprisingly. Which is good, though. I do like having more viewers everywhere we go, bro. All right, let's test out this setup, bro. I want to see what happens. What's the boss here? Sentry. Okay, good. And we don't have any buffs to it. Okay, perfect. Oh, did I do brand somewhere? Shit. Reset. 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 I'm probably just going to test out solo brand, though, to be fair. I could have just done this without having to reset everything. Whatever. Because I feel that now, at least, I'm, like, not dependent on having a shorekeeper. Because I have a 100% crit rate on this brand. But I'm still worried. Oh, I know why I didn't want to do it here. Because I can't see the numbers, but whatever. Alright, so let's go. Boom. $250 and $100. Okay. I'll do that again, though. Because I don't like the fact that... Like, I'm going to always hit solid numbers, but... 39. I'm hitting 39s. Okay, 25. Really? Sir, very unnecessary. Let me do some work. I was lower. I didn't do enough spins. Okay. Let's do it again. But you're getting him soon, aren't you, Zeno? Uh-oh. This dude is annoying to test out against. I wish they had training dummies. I don't know why this game doesn't have training dummies, bro. And I ran out of stamina before I can drop the nuke. Great. You know, no buff nuke. Alright, let's start again. YouTube videos say that you want 280 ER because he gets extra attack with it. He does. I have both of the builds. So I have the 280 ER build, which is a sub DPS or support build. And then the main DPS brand, you just want 250, and then you'd replace one fusion echo or one ER echo for a fusion echo, and you're good. I have so many echoes for brand because I've done so much testing. Get over here, dude. Oh, this dude's like horrible to test against. He moves too much. Okay, nah. We're going out. We're gonna go test on somebody else. Let's go test on one of these holograms. Plus, I can pause and see my stats on these. These are a lot easier. What's the easiest hologram to test on? Let's see. I would love to get Brant on his Rion, but I don't have any fusion characters besides Anchor, and I don't want to play her anymore. Nah, I hear you. Brant is just a goat. I'm telling you. He's such a good character. Probably this dude. Let's go to like this one. He's gonna mess me up, but I just need to see my stats. Ow.
To which stage will life guide us next?
Because I'm in the air.
I know. To which?
Hello? Yeah, it's just his stats are too low, bro. His stats are too low. Let's restart. Yeah, I don't think they're rerunning Lupa so soon. Let's see. Let's do it again.
In the limelight.
There we go.
Which stage will life?
Damn, I don't get 4,000 attack though. Guaranteed 100% crit rate.
Whatever it is.
272 crit damage. I don't need 100% crit rate though, even though I'm not using Shorekeeper. And then I'm sitting here at 130 basic attack, which is not, that's not that bad. 340. 340 with 140. Okay. Let's do that again. Because I want to see, what I'm worried about right now is the consistency, you know what I mean? I did. Yo, John, can you believe that Zeno told me to remove your role, bro? It's crazy. I could not believe it, bro.
Climax of the show. Let the tempest.
Oh, hell no. He ain't hit me like that. That's crazy. He DM'd me about it, Zeno. He was like, yo, can I get my role back? Even if you gotta, like, remove, John's role. And I was like, okay. He even said, you got a family, bro. He said, you got a family and kids. He's like, he don't even need that role. I was like, damn. Okay. Okay, so we're back to being buff. 130 basic. Okay, so we're hitting 332. 332. 342 with 142. Pretty much for my hits. And I'm always hitting those numbers because I always crit. Because I always crit. Alright, let's see how it feels like to run a full, like, rotation now. Since I don't need Shorekeeper. He's going to be a rough one to actually do the thing with, but let's see.
At the helm. In the limelight. Victory's mine. Keep the cheers. Listen carefully.
He hit me before I went up. Racist behavior right there from Sentry. Racist behavior.
With me to victory! Break darkness! With me!
Let the
See.
flames rise. Here's to me.
About 700. I'm still shy of 1 million, right? Hold on. Let's check that real quick in the VOD. Let's check that real quick. I want to see how much I just hit. All right, let's see. Okay, so let's bring out the good old calculator. So we hit 659, 232, 232, plus 2 hits of 94,000. So plus 94, 178 plus 94, 178. So we're at 847,000, and then our second hit is 282,000 plus 282,000, 529. Okay, so we're hitting 1.1 million with Brent right now, and it's always gonna be a guaranteed on that rotation because he now has 100% crit rate. Okay, that's not bad. That's pretty good. Okay, so that's a guaranteed 1.1 million every rotation with Brent alone. Okay? Now, let's see. I gotta get out of here first. We gotta test our other build. Because the thing with our other build is I'm pretty sure my other build hits harder, but my other build is going to be very inconsistent because my other build has higher numbers, but it doesn't have 100% crit rate on my Brent. And that 100% crit rate on my Brent is huge. The only thing I wish I could change right now is that if I had more basic attack damage bonus somewhere, like right here, I would improve this echo, I would improve this echo, I would improve this. Bro, I have so much room for improvement for like a god tier Brant build. All right, let's go back to my regular Brant DPS build. Where's my testing build? Right here. Let's go for my Brant DPS build. We'll apply this. And I want to see my regular numbers without any buffs first. This dude, and it was like this one, I think. Let's go this. I'm already noticing way bigger numbers than before. Okay, so I have about the same attack. About the same attack, actually. But we do have... Oh, I missed one spin. Fuck. Never mind. Hold on, I missed one spin. Why can I... There we go. I was like, wait, why is my attack lower? I missed one spin, that's why. He wasn't fully buffed. How did I miss it? I'm confused. What's going on? I hit all 3 spins right there. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Man, when your Brent is this strong, I'd rather have... Yeah, I agree. The thing is, I'm already one-cycling everything, so the bigger numbers are usually better. But I have grown to appreciate consistency. Like, I have grown to appreciate consistency so far. That's why I ended up changing my Lupa build a little bit. I'm going to do it differently this time. I'm going to go straight into the rotations like this. And then I'm going to hit him with this after I get a couple of spins in. And then whiff. Yeah, my Brent is S6 R5. All my fusion team is S6. Except Shangli doesn't have an R5 weapon. I want to get her R5 weapon. Just to have a perfect team, bro. Just to have a perfect, like, Shangli team. Or fusion team. So I'm gonna go straight into this. Get a couple of spins in. Hit him with this. Was that not 3?
To which stage will life guide us next?
Y'all getting me confused right now, but let's see how much I hit anyway. I hit less. I didn't crit that second one. Okay. The second one not being a crit is actually interesting, bro. Because I'm noticing that I hit harder, right, on my normal attacks, right? But when it comes down to drop that big nuke, the 100% crit is actually making a big difference, so...
Perfect finale. Listen carefully.
Alright, let me just chill here. Come on, sir. Boom, let's go.
Flames rise. Tis but a splash.
Chill out.
More passion. To which
Nope.
stage will life guide us next?
Nope. One day, but if Kuro keeps releasing cool characters, I might never come. I see that, bro. I'm gonna be honest though, I feel that, like, as someone that has every character in the game, because of the way that the game works and how it's hard to build all the characters you want, honestly, I think it's much better to invest in like 2 teams first, right? Get the character, get their weapon, get everybody that works with that team, and then go about getting other characters. You could play this game, honestly, however you want, because in all honesty, it's very easy. But I think that's the best way to go about it. Getting every character it's not ideal, in my opinion at least. Okay, so I get the...
Life guide us next.
There we go. Now I'm just taking too long to drop it. That's what's going on. I was taking too long to drop it. WuWa is free to play on friendly because every character looks good. Hey, I could, you know, I could see that. Every character do be looking good.
More passion. Listen carefully.
Let's drop this. Obviously, it's like a trolley take. And then boom, we're at 338. Basic attack,
Guide us next.
148. So everything is higher. Nah, yeah, the other build is way more consistent, bro. This one hits harder when it lands the crit. But when it doesn't land the crit, it's just not consistent. I'm sticking with the other build, low-key. And then now, also, my Lupa is also way more consistent after I changed the builds. Bro, I literally have 3 different brand builds. Like, I'm probably the person that has worked the most on brand. Also with the homie, Zaniel from my Discord. But, like, I've gone through the trenches to test. Like, look at all these echoes from Tide Breaking, right? Let me just go 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then all of these and the ones that I've already used up, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are not even, like, I don't even have none of these equipped. And then here, look at all these. Like, bro, a lot. But yeah, nah, for sure, my favorite build right now is going to be this one. There's going to be a lot of room for improvement still. But now that I don't have Shorekeeper, you really got to go around and change your builds, bro. You really gotta. Like, there's no other way about it if you're not using Shorekeeper on your team. You can't give yourself the benefit of not having high crit rate on your builds. Brand DPS. And you... How do I move you? Oh, here. Yeah, there we go. Brand, Zani. Yes, there we go. I love my car, misses a lot of crits. Yeah, you can't be doing that. You gotta, like, even if you lower your damage output, like in terms of big hits, having higher crit rate ends up averaging out to more damage with all of your hits. All of your hits. Okay, so my Brant is a lot more consistent now. He's still over 255 energy regen, 72 crit rate, which puts him at 100% crit rate, and 272 crit damage, which is not bad. Now my Shangli is time for the queen, bro. I wish I would have gotten her weapon. I wish I would have gotten her weapon, because that would have been insane, bro. Tons more attack, and her attack is already decent, but it would have been really nice for her. I'm gonna be honest, I don't see me replacing my Shangli from my fusion team. Like, I don't ever see me pulling another fusion character and building him up unless, like, something dramatically changes, like in 3.8 or fucking 4.2. Like, I'll pull all other fusion characters if they're really cool, but I don't see me building another fusion team. I think I'll be done with this team. In terms of, like, unless they drop a samurai looking character or a really bad looking girl character, then it's a wrap. All right, now for her, pretty sure this is the one I gotta change, but this hurts my soul to change, bro, because this has skill damage, ER, attack, but the problem is that I don't have crit rate on any of these, bro. This is a good piece. I don't have crit rate on any of these, but this is such a good piece. It's been hurting me to change this. Like, I don't know what to change it for. Ooh, so let's see if we can get lucky in one of these, man. Let's see. I'll feed a bunch of these. There we go. Yeah, it's a wrap for Brant, bro. I think I'm done with my Brant for now. Like, okay, so they have Galbrina that a lot of people are speculating is going to be fusion. But, like, if the reality of it is that the current fusion team, like, if you're running the current fusion team, it just feels perfect. Every single part of this is a horrible piece. The current fusion team, every single part of this team just clicks beautifully, bro. It clicks so good. Every rotation, every intro, outro, every buff, everything is perfect. So if they drop like a brand new fusion character that is stronger than, let's say, as a main DPS than Shangli, like if they compare Shangli versus the new fusion character and the new fusion character is better, but then I slot that fusion character into my fusion team and it doesn't rotate exactly the same way that the current fusion team feels, like if it doesn't feel straight up perfectly smooth, I wouldn't replace Shangli. I just wouldn't. Even if she's stronger, because I don't need strength. I one cycle, 9-second, 10-second clear everything. Right now, I'm more interested in like smooth and freaking beautiful rotations. That's what I care about right now. Bro, what's up with this HP piece, bro? Like, we really gonna start like that? That's crazy. And as a fusion enthusiast and someone that loves his Shangli, I have to make sure I keep her with the best of the best, which is Brant and Lupa. I can't be out here like John, bro. Like, what do I look like, bro? John Tavius? Running a freaking Shangli with a Jiang Xing and a what is it, Encore? I can't do that. I can't do that to my Shangli. I love her, bro. John in the back catching strays and shit. Damn. I'm assuming Galbrina will have a completely different team comp. 100%. All the new upcoming characters are definitely going to have a completely different team comp from what we're currently using. Was this the thing I just leveled up? I think it was. I don't know. Or was it this one? It was this one, because this thing's doo-doo. For real, that's how whales play. It's about as convenient as possible in fluidity. I don't think any whales out here would do those sweaty-ass quick swaps. Yeah, there's no point in doing those crazy quick swaps. There's no point in doing those crazy quick swaps. It's all about, like, fluidity and making your rotations and teams. And let me just tell you like this. Even when I wasn't a whale, when I was playing with like S0 R1 units, I still appreciated fluidity a lot more than anything else. Like, quick swapping is cool, but it just, the numbers pop in there really cool, but it feels like it's messy, right? Like you're doing too much. you're cutting animations, you're popping in, popping out, and you're like hyper clicking everything. It just doesn't feel as smooth, even though it looks amazing when all those numbers are popping up on the screen. I will give you that. Bro, you don't understand. My Shangli got 87 liberation with my Yang Xing. No, I don't understand. You're right. I don't understand mid. I can't relate, my brother. What about the 3 costs? My 3 costs are kind of okay. They're not the greatest. I mean, this one's kind of nice. It got low crit damage, but it has max crit rate, attack, skill. I like that it has energy regen on some of these pieces. Like, I like that this has ER. I like that this has ER. Bro, I'm stressed with my Shangli because I want to give her more ER. I mean, more crit rate. I want her to have more crit rate. And she's only missing one piece without crit rate, which is this one. You know? I also want Augusta because I don't have many electro characters. But that would force me to get Yinlin. And honestly, you wouldn't have to get Yinlin for Augusta. At all. You could 100% skip Yinlin for Augusta. Eventually down the line, you'd probably have to get another character, but Yinlin is not going to be Augusta's like main partner. At least what I think. She's going to be a great partner for her right now, but yeah. You won't need to get Yinlin. Yeah, but you're bypassing what... I mean, it's like I said, when you have S6 characters, you could literally play however you want, but you're skipping fluidity. Now you're having a mid Lupa because Lupa's not getting buffs from Brandt. You know what I mean? Just a lot, man. It's a lot. Where is it? Here. Whoops. The incoming resonator is fusion damage 20% and skill damage. So, like, you're missing out on this for your Lupa. Like I said, bro, it's just the fusion fluidity feels so nice. I really wish my Shangli had a little bit more crit rate. But, like, she hits so good right now. She hits so good. Oh, that's the problem. What are my stats on her, bro? Let me see. That crit rate is atrocious. The crit damage is not bad. I like that she has skill damage because that skill hits a lot. And she has a ton of heavy attack, but she has like 0 liberation. I don't even need my heavy attack on her, do I? I'm pretty sure I don't. But skill damage, I don't mind the skill damage. You know what I mean? John, we're talking about beautiful team rotations, man. We know you like to play weirdly. We understand. Go for 4-4-1-1 on her unless that's the best build for her. Honestly, at this point, it doesn't even matter. I might low-key do that. I might go 4-4-1-1. Yo, hold on. Oh, but then I'd have to roll another 1 cost, bro. Fuck, and I don't have another 1 cost, do I? Yo, I might go 4-4-1-1 just to test shit out. What did I just replace? Hold on, I took this out. This gives me crit rate and crit damage. This gives me skill, more ER, because this shit didn't give me ER. But I'm missing out on crit rate. But if I take this out, do I have a 4 cost? I don't have a 4 cost. Wait, maybe I do. That's a horrendous 4 cost. Your rotations are not smooth, John. You can keep telling yourself that. What up, Aqua? We haven't seen Aqua in like 10 years, bro. Let's see. Wait, don't they have like one of these pieces that's like kind of fugly in here somewhere? This one. Yo, that's not even a bad piece. Hold on. Like if that got crit rate on it, it wouldn't even be that bad. Hold on. Of course I wouldn't get what I want, bro. Why would I get what I want? Yeah, but you know, you're not running the rotation that I'm running, John. You're not seeing the smoothness of it, bro. You know what I mean? The smoothness. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Ah. It's dirty. We ain't doing that. I have not updated my settings so it auto-tunes. You're right. I don't know if I want to do that, bro. Because, like, what if I do this and then it auto-tunes all four? Like, what if that's doo-doo, you know what I mean? Like, right there, for example, I did defense. That's already trash. I don't know if I even would want to go. If I get crit rate or crit damage, we'll go one. See, like, right there, I'll stop. So I'd save myself one roll. I don't know if it auto-tunes everything. Always hitting big crits must feel better than bigger crits, but not as consistently. 100%. Oh. Oh. What is this, bro? Hold on, let me check something. Are they all crit rate? No, I have a crit rate, but I can't rock this one because it wouldn't work. Because it would be another nightmare piece. But, worst case scenario now, but this one's so good, bro. Fuck. I'm gonna have to go farm regular ass Inferno Rider, bro. That's crazy. That's insane. That's actually insane, bro. What if I just like... Yes, I don't care about Encore. Get the hell out of here. She honestly didn't get much better. She didn't get much better. She got some liberation on her, but like that's about it. She really didn't get much better. But that's because I'm pretty sure two pieces are missing crit rate. Like that has crit rate. Never mind. That's missing crit rate, and this is missing crit rate. So, Yo, Bats, what's good? How you doing? Yeah, that's the main problem, bro. I'm just missing good rolls all around. If I had crit rate, he would be a little bit different. Yeah. Let's go back to her regular build. Shangli. Let me compare this real quick. Higher attack. Way lower crit rate. Higher crit damage. Lower. Ooh, I have more ER on this build. And I have no fusion damage. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this. Like, I don't mind this build. It ain't bad, bro. Although it has no liberation damage. But it does have heavy skill damage. I'm gonna just do this for now. I'm gonna do this for now. It's still not 70 crit rate. It hurts my soul, bro. But hey, whatever. At least that's gonna be more consistent crit rate, at least. It's fine. I'll work on her later. Farming one cost for her is such a pain, bro. Alright, once again, we messed around with our builds quite a bit today. We're leaving it like this. She doesn't get crit rate if I'm not mistaken, right? From her dupes? Or she does somewhere. Alright, right here. Okay, yeah, so she gets 20% more crit rate. Bro, they gotta stop. Bro, listen. They have to stop doing it. They have to stop doing it where they give us these, like, pretty decent buffs, and then they give you like 10 seconds, bro. Like, this is some bullshit. They gotta at least give us 20 or so seconds. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like 20, 30 seconds, bro. Huh? Like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Yo, John, how did you test your Shangli's damage? I want to know real quick how you tested your Shangli's damage. Like on what enemy? I'll show you my Shangli's damage real quick. Watch, let's go for fallacy, and I'll show you. Ooh.
Together we vanquish. Be reduced to cinders.
There you go. That's my Shangli's damage. Without Storekeeper, by the way. Hold on, let's... How much was that? Without Shorekeeper and without a character that buffs my liberation. And matter of fact, I think I have 0 liberation for that matter. Let me check it out again. Let me check. Whoops. Okay, so we got Brant. Doing Brant things. Being like a beast. Let's see. I want to see what this hit was. Wait. Chill out, bro. Calm down. What was the skill? Why is it so fast, bro? I should be out of the way instantly. Okay, so let's just do the calculations. I want to see the total number of my so she hits for 264, 360. Let's times 2 that. There we go. So 522 plus 360, was it? Yep, plus 360. Whoops, I just messed up. Let's see. Wait. There we go. Plus 360. Okay, so on her insanely quick rotation, she's dropping a nice little 900k nuke. Keep in mind, with literally no liberation and no liberation buffing character. And no need for Shorekeeper, mind you. I don't know why I was here, but let's get out of there. Mind you. 900k, bro. That's actually insane. And I will say though, she doesn't have 100% crit rate. She doesn't have 100% crit rate. So if I had 100% crit rate, she'll probably hit a little bit less, but always guarantee those insane crits. So yeah.
Plan with convention.
She gets 25 from her S1 if I'm not mistaken.
Plan with convention. Then conquer by
No, S2.
revealing.
25%. So she's pretty much at 70% crit rate. That's not bad at all. I want to get her higher, though. I do want to get her higher. So at one point, I'm definitely looking to get crit rate on one of these. 100%. And maybe get higher crit rate in some of these. They're not bad, though. Like, they're not bad echoes for crit rate. Like, that's high. They're all 7.5, so they're like mid. But getting a 7.5 here would improve her dramatically, bro. It would put me at like 80 crit rate, which is nice. So I'm chilling with that. You hit 360? And you introed from Lupa. So you're telling me, wait, how much did you hit, John? There's no way you hit 360 because I hit 360 and you had a ton of buffs. So you had to have hit way more. You had SK buffs, you had Lupa buffs, you have Jiangxing buffs. You had to have hit at least 450 to 500,000. There's no way you didn't hit 500,000. If you want the other ones, if you're in the Discord. Oh, you're talking to someone in the Discord. Yeah, guys, join the Discord, by the way. And check out the YouTube channel. I would really appreciate it if you check out the YouTube channel. Let me check something out real quick. Some of the comments in my latest videos are funny. You're disappointed by this crit rate? By my Lupa's crit rate? Or by my Shang Li's crit rate? You realize Shang Li has 25 more crit rate on top of this. So she's at 70 some crit rate, but this is really low. Yeah, I was about to say, you definitely got to have at least 500 crit rate. For sure. 500 hit. For sure. What's your total damage? I know you posted it in the Discord, matter of fact. Let's see. But that was a while back, so shit. How was that low for an S2 Shang Li? I mean, like I said, I'm missing one crit rate piece. But every other piece has a minimum of 7.5 crit rate. So that's pretty decently high. Unless I have some max numbers on there. My Shang Li drowned. I blame you, bats. They should definitely improve at some point. Like, maybe, I don't know, do something to improve Shang Li's kid just a little bit. Give her so she can use 3 skills instead of 2. I'm asking for too much, I know. Alright, let's see. Let's see if I already cleared everything on the map, but it's still not 100%, is there? Oh, it is 100% everywhere in here. Here. Bro, I still have an area here that's not 100%, and that shit drives me crazy. It's right here, bro. It's 95%, 97%. It's just... Ooh, yeah, make her skill go down faster. Just so, because they can buff characters. I doubt they will, but they can. But they're not going to buff Shang Li this late into the game. You know what I mean? They're really not. They should, though. She's more than fine now with Brant and Lupa. So you're saying, so what you're saying, keep in mind, I love Shangli, but what you're saying is that,
Plan with convention. Then
right?
conquer
Shangli,
plan with convention.
the main damage dealer
By engineer.
of the fusion team,
Guide us next.
I shall have no one.
is fine in the fusion team as the lowest damage dealer from the team. Shangli deals the least amount of damage from her fusion team, and she's the main DPS. So I'm just saying, sum's not adding up. Does the fusion team on its own deal a lot of damage? Yes, because every single character deals damage. But it's just a little weird that the main DPS deals less damage than the healer of the team. Like, that's, I ain't never heard of a gacha game that does that. But hey, you know, this might be the first.
First to the treasure.
No, I see the team as, bro, I literally have entire rants on stream where I talk about it that way, right? Like, team synergy and the way they work, but even within team synergy, it makes no sense that the healer does more damage than the main DPS. Like, it makes sense. So, basically, I'd have no problem with the way the team works, right? Like, the way the team works, I have no problem with it if they all deal damage, right? And they all average out to a certain amount of damage. 100%. But it makes no sense at the end of the day, regardless, that Brant, the healer, does more damage than Shanli,
Plan with convention. Then
right? Then Lupa does more damage than Shangli. And, you know, Sihu, I understand you don't see her as the main DPS of the team, because this is like a triple DPS buffing rotation type of team. It's just really dope. It's a good team. But the reality of it is that she's the only one from her team that has the main damage dealer role. Nobody else has the main damage dealer role. This dude has support healer, right? And then like buffer, amplification, right? This chick has concerted efficiency, amplification, like they're buffers, right? And she's the only one out of her main designated team that has main damage dealer, but she deals the least amount of damage. And keep in mind, we are talking about at S0 R1. Like, no dupes or nothing.
First to the treasure. Woohoo! Climax of the show.
Ooh, bro, Brant is hitting so hard ever since I freaking updated his build. Like, his main basic hits don't hit as hard, but, like, they're always critting, so god damn. I'd be seeing a lot of numbers. Let's switch map. Let's go here, because I need to finish some stuff here. Let's just teleport, and then we'll look from there. Shangli is like a sub DPS. See, but they did give her the main DPS role. So that's where things get a little bit confusing. I feel like Shangli should have never been called a main DPS. Like I agree. I mean, the thing is, if Shangli wouldn't have been called a main DPS, she could have been like a support role type of character, and then they could have made Lupa the main DPS. Not current Lupa. They would have made Lupa the main DPS character by giving her a little bit of a different kit or more damage numbers, of course. But the way it works, if you really, and if you're doing it, it goes Lupa, Brant, Shangli. Like the final rotation, you end up in Shangli to deal the big burst. But by the time you get to Shangli, the other two have dealt way more damage. So it's funny. Yeah, she never had the same output as the DPS over time. I remember that for the longest time, people were mad because Jin Shi has way more damage than Shangli. I never thought that she had like way more damage, and I did think Shangli was a little bit more complex to get the damage out of, but it was a little bit interesting to see that whole thing. Oh. It didn't work? Nope, it didn't work. I didn't have it active, bro. There we go. Ooh, I didn't even know that shit got sent over there. Ooh. Let me get my chest. Yeah, that's why I love Brent so much. He's such a crazy good character. Like, the character that pulled me back into WuWa was Carlotta, but the character that surprisingly really made me love, like, Withering Waves and the combat was Brent. And I didn't like this dude. I was, like, yapping about Brent, and, like, I didn't like him. I played him in the story before he dropped, and I was like, yeah, he crap. And now I'm like, he's just so good. Like, he's just so good, honestly. Just everything. Same, Carlotta also pulled me back in, because, yeah, Carlotta's so dope. Carlotta's gameplay was so dope. And then when she would freeze enemies, the way she would jump all around, and then her animations, her ult animation, everything about her was really good. If there was another fusion character, would I try and replace Brand? Can I get a quick ban on Crystal real quick? Just like a quick one. I don't think, I'm gonna be honest, I don't see me replacing Brand for a very long time. Like I said, I don't see me replacing anybody from this fusion team. That was a good question though, Crystal. I don't see me replacing anybody from this fusion team because it just flows so smoothly and it's all S6, right? So like there's no real point for me to even pull another fusion character and replace any of these. And it's going to be a really, really weird scenario for them to release a character that just does everything that Brent does, but better. Because the way I see Brent is he's already busted. You know what I mean? He's already busted. So if you're telling me that they're going to release a character that heals, shields, buffs, and deals damage for the fusion team, that's just mind-blowing. I don't see them doing that for a long time. I see them doing other fusion teams that work a little bit differently, though. They could be amazing, not so floaty character. Hey, I love my Brand's floatiness. He cool. So, 530 and 240. Do I still have my damage calcs up? I don't. Shit. Okay, so... Oh, whoops. Wait.
Let me see.
Okay, so you're dealing about 1 million, right, John? To my 900,000. And you specifically have to bring a character in your roster that completely scuffs the flow of the team, which is Jiang Xing. But she doesn't scuff the flow of the team. Don't even try that. He is a great character, can't lie, just wonder. So I would have to at some point replace the whole fusion team, like all 3 new fusion characters. And since, you know, Jet's the one that has been coming through with the summons, unless he out of nowhere pops out and like sponsors a whole new fusion team, I doubt it. Right now I'm more focused on like, I have the full Spectral team done. I don't even see me replacing the Spectral team. The one that I have, the Spectral Frazzle team. I do see me getting other units, but like entirely replacing a team is going to be really hard. Especially because my characters are max duped, you know what I mean? Oh, hell no. Sam, unless they release Geshuling, I don't think I'll be pulling any more fusion characters. There's really no need, bro. Like, I understand getting a character that you really like, but when you finally feel like this insane synergy with the rotations and everything, it's really hard. Like, when I play, these are my 3 teams that I like the most, and I have other characters. But the reason I deleted all my teams is because it feels weird, bro. Even this team, I like Shorekeeper, Siakona, Cardathea. Because, you know, Shorekeeper puts the AoE, you know, buff. Siakona puts a little AoE buff. And then you go into Cardathea, and Cardathea does crazy, crazy work, right? But it still doesn't feel as smooth as playing like the Fusion team or even the Spectral Frazzle team. You get me? They just roll perfectly every single bit right into each other. You know what I mean? Yeah, John, we know. We know the cope is real, bro. We know the cope, bro. Let me go back to this. Let me get this. Oh, wait, what? Oh, I gotta get every single one at the right time. Okay, boom. No! Okay, so do I just got... Okay, this is confusing. But there's like a little timer. Oh, I had to... Wait, no. This makes it so it goes into that. And then... What the fuck does this do? Oh, and then the last... This is fucking interesting. Gotta go like here. Bro, I'm like a little bit too premature with this, I suppose. Hey, there we go.
Ooh, any wine inside?
I don't need to pull anyone in my opinion until someone pull me in again, but I don't think that's gonna happen, so I'm good for S6 collab. What teams do you have, Aqua? Yo, did I max? Oh, at 100% the area. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Yo, I got a single pull. Hold on. I got a single, man. I'm rich. I got 3 singles. Okay. Shit. Let me get a Calcharo. Let me get a Calcharo. Oh, shit. We don't get Calcharos here, man. Let me get Calcharo. I don't even need Calcharo no more, but I want Calcharo. Damn. They don't give me Calcharos, chat. Calcharo, come home. Right now. I keep thinking it's going to turn gold, bro. Alright, so this area is 100%ed. Now we are chilling. Switch maps. Did I 100% all the other areas? I have not 100% Septimont. Let's go back to Septimont. Yo, I gotta do some reactions. So I'm gonna eat and then do some reactions to some stuff, bro. So I can drop some content tomorrow. I hope so much they buff him for 3.0. Yeah, if they buff him, that'll be crazy. If they do buff good old calculator, bro. Oh, that's right. I still had to get freaking Sonen's caskets in here. Wonderful. Let me do one of these. Really? That shit's like right there, bro. Fuck. What standard character? I have all the standard characters max duped except for Calcharo. I'll double check right now real quick for you. Let's see. I don't think I have him max duped. I'm missing one on Furry Boy. But I have Encore max duped. I have Verena max duped. I have... Where's Trash Bin? Where the hell's Trash Bin? Oh, I have Trash Bin max duped. And yeah. Oh, and Calculator is just hoeing me, bro. Like, the one I wanted the most, I only have 2 dupes of. Crazy. Crazy. Hey, Bats, I don't judge you for using Calcharo. Calcharo's the coolest looking male character in the game. Probably the coolest looking character overall in the game. He's just a beast. Sephiroth vibe, you know, moves all epic. Come on now. He's just the GOAT. Oh, there we go. I completed Septimont. And I don't have Aldous on his caskets. I'm chilling. Yeah, bro. Back in the day, I cleared everything in the game with what's his face? With Calcharo, just because I liked Calcharo so much. Bro, it's wild for that. I'm doing it just for you, John. Just for you, bro. I gotta yap away at John Tavia's, bro. I gots to, bro. I gots to. Let me put it to you like this. An S0 R1 Brant would be better for your fusion team than your Zhang Xing. Zhang mid, bro. Like, bro, you can't have the audacity to call all these characters ugly and trash when you run Zhang Xing. That's crazy. You can't do that. You can't, bro. It contradicts itself. Good old days with Hollow 6 Thunder Memphis. Bro, the good old Thunder Memphis days, that's crazy. Oh, I still have my 3 runs to this. Oh, hell no. Take that back about our best. See, I had no problem. I had no problem with Zhang Xing. I had no problem with Zhang Xing whatsoever. Like, ever. I never had a problem with Zhang Xing, bro. But then we had John Tavius come out here and call every character that dropped trash. Phoebe, trash. Zanny, trash. Furlova, trash. Camellia, trash. Everybody, trash. Meanwhile, he's rocking Zhang Xing. You can't do that. You know what I mean? Like, you can't, dude. You can't. So now I gotta yap. I gotta yap away, bro. Zhang Xing is the jack of no trades, garbage at all OG character. I will give you that, bro. I will give you that, bro. But ever since I changed the sets for these characters, they're looking so good, bro. She's all-purpose, no good at a single one of them. Original character, bro. She's like the polar opposite of Brent, bro. Like, there was literally no situation where you literally said, yo, I'm a rock Zhang Xing. Oh, I want a healer now. We got Verena. I need a buffer now. We got Verena. Like, there was no reason ever to rock Zhang Xing, bro. It's just the reality of it, bro. Poor Zhang Xing just sitting in the corner, bro. John is feeling the wrath of his own yap takes, how he was doing. Bro, people would walk into the Discord and be like, yo, I really like Furlova. This man would be in there like, yo, Furlova sucks, bro. She's a worst character ever. She makes me want to puke. Hell nah. Now he's feeling the actual yap back towards his Zhang Xing. The only difference is that ours aren't actual, like, just yap. They're just facts. WuWa and Etheria is kind of called. You don't even play Etheria anymore, do you? See, now WuWa is a really good character in Etheria that does all things. She does all kinds of things, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I have a beefy Zhang Xing and she's still bad. Yeah, bro. Like, bro, Zhang Xing is just a bad character. And once again, I'm only shit talking Zhang Xing because John likes her. That's absolutely the only reason. Except Verena's a disgusting. Verena's a goat. That's what Verena is, bro. Verena was out here carrying us on our back, bro. Doing work. Die, evil. Get over here. Get murked by Fupa. Yo, what does my Verena at S6 do, bro? I haven't ran Verena in forever, and I think I have her. Yeah, but I don't know who I would even run Verena with no more. I don't need to run Verena. I don't need more teams. Oh, she be healing, bro. She be healing like that? Ooh, she actually healing. I want to see what her healing look like nowadays. Interesting. Ew, bro. Wait, no. Actually, I'll take that. Oh. I was about to say. Did I not get it? It's fine. I don't mind. Keep using her ass until I run her ass into the ground. She's been ran into the ground. What do you mean? She was never off the ground, bro. That's crazy. Homie says she's gonna use Zhang Xing until she's ran into the ground like she ever got off the ground. That's insane, bro. The cope is real. The cope is... Matt, bro, it really makes me wonder, John, what would happen if you didn't have S6 characters, bro, with that Zhang Xing and refusing to use Verena and all these other characters. You'd be out here struggling, bro. John is a Cremoni placeholder. Fags, bro. He turned into Sustavius at one point, bro. He said, I'm gonna become the official mid-takes member for a while. It's insane, bro. I only have her at S2 or S3 or S6 must feel... Yeah, she must be really... I haven't used her, of course, but I think she's definitely really good. I wish there was more game modes where you could use more characters. You know, especially in this game that they drop game modes with the ability for you to use, like, placeholder units. Like, they give you trial characters. Oh, I'm pretty sure, I'm 100% sure he wouldn't, bro, Aqua. Especially because his account changed when Shangli dropped, and he max stooped Shangli, right? So, had he not gotten that Shangli S6, it would be at the point today where he probably would have not cleared Tower. Maybe he would have. It's been a year. You know, it's been a year by now. I'm pretty sure he could have cleared it. He would have struggled, though, a little bit. Considering he wouldn't have pulled, like, no synergistic teams whatsoever. As for Verena buff, yeah, I actually wanted to get Verena for the Spectro buff way back in the day. But now I have buffed up Shorekeeper. Whoa, I, like, lagged. Wait, is Septimon just one area? Oh, it is, bro. I thought it had multiple regions. Like, have I 100%ed the whole map already? That's crazy. What the hell? Oh, that's wild. I don't know if I want to eat that. Hold on. Y'all be way too like into these characters, bro. I swear. Like way too into them, bro. Have you 100%? I have 100% every region except one. This little area over here, bro. This little area over here. Where is it? This one. Thank you. And I don't know what I'm missing. And I don't know what I'm missing. Because this area doesn't show me what I'm missing, pretty much. It says supply chest, but I don't know where it's at. So I'm just permanently stuck, not knowing where the supply chest is at. Because I've gotten everything else. Like, I don't know where that supply chest is. Yo, talking about Etheria, hold on. Who's hitting me? Who's trying to die? There we go. I can use a loot mapper, but that thing still doesn't pop up. I don't know why. It doesn't pop up if it's not a chest that's hidden. Like, if it's a hidden chest behind a rock or something, it doesn't pop up. But I'll try it again just for y'all, because I love y'all. But I'll do it after I eat and I'll react to one video. I just like thighs and I'm not into standard 5-star units. Facts. Like, I'm the same way, bro. Like, I've been saying it, bro. I just prefer certain characters than others. But I'll use the characters that make my team work good. If they make my main characters work better. It's not that I'm into them. Is I just have unit prefer. Oh, no, it was the opposite. So, the reason I made the comment is that saying that you guys are too much into these units, it didn't necessarily mean that you're too much into them as in you like them too much. It was more so of like you like or dislike them too much. Like you care too much about the units. Too much. Like and the reason I dropped that comment is because you know, Verena is a disgusting plant child. Get that little shit out of here, right? It seems like a little bit too invested, right? A little bit too invested into like disliking the character. So like I get it personally, though I don't play StarCraft anymore. I might try it again when they drop the events or the dungeon, but until then I'm not playing StarCraft. That seems a little bit too invested into the hate train of Verena. Like, I would understand saying, yo, I don't want to play that little character because they, like, over-sexualize the little kid character, and that's disgusting. Like, okay, I get that. But, like, there is literally nothing wrong with Verena. She just looks like a little kid. Like, nothing wrong with it, right? So, like, if you're running a team and it's like, yo, Verena's the best buffing character, and there's nothing absolutely wrong with the character, then I don't see why, you know, like, hate on it. If it makes my main DPS unit better, I'm gonna rock it. It's just the way it is. I pick the characters I like and then I build around them. And there's gonna be certain scenarios that are like, you know, yeah, I wouldn't pull that character. That shit's weird. But Verena or like any of the WuWa characters don't have that. You know what I mean? I also played a year. I played about, like, actively played about a year ago. What do you play now, Ottoman? What games you be playing? Oh yeah, if it's a kid, never in my life am I using kids in my video games. Fuck that. I don't care how good they are. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's where my statement came from of, like, y'all too invested into these characters, bro. Like, I don't get that invested. I don't like kid characters in my game. I don't. Right? I'm not here like, yo, I hope they drop a kid character into the game. That's great. I would love that. That's fucking weird. But I also don't have anything against the characters. Like, they're chilling. I don't, you know, they're just there. If at some point my most favorite character comes out and it's like a grown-ass, dark-skinned woman with a katana and she looks fucking amazing and she has amazing combat, and then the next character that drops is a literal toddler that buffs my katana using badass main DPS character that I love, and it's a literal, like, a toddler with like a diaper on, I don't care. I will pull the toddler to make sure my favorite character in the game is now as strong as it can possibly be. And I don't even need the strength. It's just like, you know, is the mentality I go into every game. Like, if there was a game that I played and they had like a camo that was pink with flowers that gave me more damage, I would use the pink camo with flowers that gave me more damage. It's like, you can't talk about liking I like to mid-max my characters, but then you don't pull the fucking units that make your characters be as strong as they could possibly be. You know what I mean? Oh. I'm lagging. This is the perfect time to, like, react, because I'm having fucking audio issues. Oh, what did I click? I clicked something, chat. There we go. So let's go to the OG city. No, that's not the OG city. It's here. I moved to another country. You don't play? PC anymore. I have a lot of Fortnite on my phone. Okay, I feel you. Yup. Yeah, exactly. Like Tribby and Honkai Star Rail. I saw the character. I was like, that's a whole ass toddler. I didn't like Tribby on Star Rail at all. But if my favorite character in the game was buffed by Tribby, you best believe I'm gonna pull Tribby to make sure that my freaking main DPS, it's as strong as it can be. You know what I mean? It's just not my thing. Yeah, if they're there, that's cool. They will never be. No, that's what I'm saying. But like, it's one thing. That statement that you just said, John, is my statement. Oh yeah, it's just not my thing. I don't like them. You know, like they're cool if they're there. I don't mind. But that's not your statement. Your statement is, Barina's a disgusting plant child. Get that little shit out of here. That's your statement. That seems like very invested into the hate of the character. So that's what, you know, where I came up with, you guys are a little too invested into these characters. You know what I mean? All right, let's see. Let me go here. Let me go here. Let me go here. Let me go. I forced myself to pull her and I really didn't regret it. Yeah, bro, like when you're looking at your favorite team and you're seeing it doing a lot of good damage and synergizing awesomely, it just feels good. If they chill and it's best for my main wife, well, we'll pour her still. Exactly. See, Aqua knows, bro. Aqua knows. We have the mentality of like people that aren't whales. Even though now I'm a whale, right? My account as well. My mentality comes from not being a whale. So I'm used to getting the best characters for my teams in every game that I play, regardless if I I always focus on one character. Okay, I like this character. And then after that, I get all the characters that make that character's teams better, right? It just makes sense. It makes the gameplay better. It makes your character do more damage or whatever. It just makes no sense. Like, why waste time mid-maxing a character? Like, let me just put it like this. What's going to be the point? Let's say, perfect example, Aqua, right? What's going to be the point in me sitting here for months, right? Mid-maxing Zani's echoes, right? And trying to get Zani a strong and have her echoes looking all pretty. And then I don't pull Phoebe. I don't like Phoebe, so I'm not going to pull Phoebe. Like, and then my Zani looks really good in her echoes, but she's dealing 10-20% less damage than she would with her main team, right? 30%. Like, at that point, just run your Zani with mid echoes and just run her with mid teams and you'll be fine. You know what I mean? That's where I'm coming from. Like, you got to mid-max if you're going to mid-max. If you're not going to mid-max, then don't mid-max. And you're chilling. All right. Now that we have no audio in here, we're going to react to some shit. I got like 3 videos you guys posted on the Discord. 2 are against that drama. About that, the 710 drama with genocide. So we're going to leave those for a little bit. The first video I want to react to is going to be... Wuthering Waves needs more 4-star characters. 7 things WuWa desperately needs. Okay, so we're gonna see what this is all about because I'm interested. You guys shared it on the Discord. Okay, let's see. Let me post some stuff here so that comment moves a little bit. Let me drop this. Boom, boom. I love that little emote. It's the best. I'm pretty sure you guys watched this one because a bunch of people reacted to it. Like, a bunch of people reacted to it. Crystal, weren't you the one that posted some of these videos? Yo, Skull, which one should I pull? I really want Augusta, but she needs YOOOO on the team. I got Phoebe and Cardathea. Do you think I should go for Siakona and Zani instead? You got Phoebe and Cardathea, right? And you'd pretty much be done with your team if you pulled Siakona and Zani. Me, personally, I would pull Siakona and Zani, right? And you don't have anybody to run with your Augusta, right? People are saying that Augusta is going to run really well with YOOOO, which would mean you would have to pull 2 characters back to back. So, you know, am I pulling for feet? I'm definitely pulling YOOOO, bro. I'm pulling YOOOO. You guys don't worry about it. I'm definitely pulling YOOOO. We'll have our summon session live when YOOOO drops, bro. I have oatmeal. That's like not a good thing to eat while I'm reacting. Hold on. I almost just spilled a whole fucking plate of oatmeal. Holy shit. I might just eat this shit and then react, cause fuck. Alright, hold on. My girl set me up, chat. It's some bullshit. But Augusta gameplay is just too good to skip, don't you think? 100%. I'm S6ing Carlotta. I'm S6ing R5ing Augusta. So yes, I do think she's... I'm still waiting to see something that I'm worried about in her kit. But outside of that, I do think she's really good. I'm definitely pulling for Augusta. But it's also because I don't have any Electro characters done on my team. But I'm gonna just leave this shit. Alright. Let's see. What's good, guys? So today we got another video we're going to take a look at. Y'all wanted me to react to this. It's called Wuthering Waves Needs More 4-Star Characters. 7 Things WuWa Desperately Needs. Now, y'all know me. If you come to the streams, y'all know that I stay talking about things that could be added or changed or improved from the game to make it better. Wuthering Waves is an amazing game. Hands down, probably the best open world anime-esque type of game. Beautiful, characters are amazing, but like everything in life, there is room for improvement, and hopefully this video shares some ideas, and as we go along, I'm going to tell you some of my own ideas, or overall what I think about the ideas that this video is telling us about. So without further ado, let's hop on in and see what Vars has to say.
Appreciate it's Kuro's willingness to continue improving the game's quality of life and gameplay experience, not just based on player feedback, but also anything they can think of. Feels like every new patch there's a laundry list of things they fixed up or added to the game. Not sure how much of that was requested by the players, or if they're adding a bunch of things we didn't ask for but appreciate, but either way, it's definitely refreshing that Kuro is diligent about this stuff.
Yeah, let's be honest. When it comes to Wuthering Waves, if you played WuWa 1.0 to WuWa now, the game has had so many quality of life upgrades that it's actually insane. I've played a lot of other games out there when it comes to the gacha scene, and they'll have shit that sucks from the game, and you'll play these games a year later and they still have the same things that suck. Whereas Kuro might not add everything we want, but little by little they are improving the quality of life of the game. I will give them that. They have done a great job so far.
Normally, players have to start a riot or create loud enough backlash before companies acquiesce to doing their bare minimum, and I can kind of get why great UX design's a very thankless job. People seldom notice when quality of life gets implemented, but they are quick to notice when it doesn't, which is why I'm glad Kuro's getting the appreciation they've been getting for the effort. The game isn't perfect and has a few noteworthy flaws, but like I said in my year 1 retrospective, I gotta give credit where it's due. It's for this reason I think WuWa's the best game to make this sort of video for, because they're the game that's realistically most likely to actually be receptive to it and implement the changes requested. So today we'll be going through 7 things, or I should say 7 more things WuWa could benefit from doing. Let's get into it. 1. More 4 stars. First order of business, and probably the most highly requested.
You don't even gotta go in there, but we're gonna listen to what he says. Bro, honestly, I've played so many gacha games, and I still play a lot of gacha games, and I'm not bragging about it. Who brags about that? You gotta be a weirdo to brag about playing gacha games. But I play so many gacha games, and what makes team building fun in these games are the 4 stars a lot of the time. Yes, the shiny things, the ones that draw people to pull and spend money are the 5 stars. But I don't know about y'all, but when there are 4-star characters that shine every time a new unit come out, It's so good. Even if it's an old 4-star character and then they release a brand new 5-star unit and you're like, yo, that 5-star would work really well with this 4-star character. Where they make them very niche, where you could use them for specific scenarios, but it's just fun. Not only that, but being a brand new player, or even a player that's been playing for, 5-6 months to a year, and pulling on the standard banner and always getting the same exact 5-stars and 4-stars is boring. So 4-stars would add so much variety to the game, and it would solve the ever, showing problem that this game seems to have, that is the lack of other options. A lot of people had a huge issue when they heard that Phoebe was going to be very important for Zani, right? How if you wanted to maximize Zani, you needed Phoebe because of the frazzle stacks and all of that. So it would have been good if they dropped a 4-star character along the way that also did frazzle stacks, so you didn't have to pull Phoebe, right? They could have added it to the Zani banner. That way, as you're pulling for your Zani, you get a 4-star character that also applies frazzle. Therefore, your Zani team is now working very good. You might not have the premium option because you wouldn't have Phoebe, but you would have another option. And it goes the same for every single team and every single feature. It would be good if they had other options to allow characters or people to have an easier time team building.
One is 4-star characters. WuWa could use more 4-stars. The last one we got was Lumi back in 1.4 more than half a year ago, so I feel like it's about time they started making some more. They did tease a bunch of units to us during their first anniversary stream, and while I'm sure they're all going to be 5-stars, I wouldn't mind if 1 and 2 of them were of the lesser rarity. I will say this though, even though Wuthering Waves hasn't been releasing new 4-star characters, there hasn't been as much pressure for them to do so given the way they go about their units. For example, the fact that the 3 playable elements of Rover we have so far all perform quite well for a free unit gives every player, free-to-play or whales, a strong baseline when it comes to taking on the endgame. More importantly, Spectral and Dare Rover serve as a cornerstone for their respective engines, even though Phoebe and Chick.
There's a problem with this though. There's a problem with what he just said. Yes, Rover does work with a lot of these teams, but we only have one Rover, and we have multiple game modes that require you to have 2 or 3 teams. So you can't really use Rover in multiple teams. Like if you're in Tower and you're running your Rover with your Spectral team, now you're kind of scuffed with your Arrow team, right? If you're running your Rover as your Havoc main DPS, now you can't use it on your Spectral team or your Arrow team. So like, while I understand that for Rover, that's really not a solution. Yes, it helps to a certain degree, but it's really not what players are looking for. That's why 4-stars are needed in the game, and it would at least make things better. Like, I don't see why they don't add a 4-star like every 2-3 banners. It wouldn't hurt them at all. They already have characters they could pick up from the game. They don't even have to be story characters. I mean, look at a character like Yang Liao. He's a whole NPC. Nobody gives a damn about him. You never see that dude in the story, apart from maybe in the background picking up trash or something. And he's still in the game, so they could add 4-star characters and not make them necessarily be story main characters, right? There's other characters like that. We have the GOAT, Calculator, Kidney Stone, Calcharo. He's never in the story, and he's in the game as a 5-star. So they can just pick up random, cool-looking 4-star characters and add them to the game.
Their respective engines. Even though Phoebe and Chacona doing a lot better, Zani and Cardathea can still get the job done even with only Rover, which alleviates the burden of pulling for all the hyper-specific units. On that front, WuWa's teams consist of only 3 party members as opposed to the usual 4 or 5 that most other games have, meaning there's one less character you need to work on per team to get them off the ground. In addition, with most players having Verena on their team and Verena being able to work for literally any party on a competent level at worst, the need for new 4-stars isn't too imperative. That, and I'm pretty sure WuWa gives enough free asteroids per update to allow players the ability to pull for new 5-stars at a decent rate. And
they do give us pretty good asteroids to pull for characters that we want. But the thing is that a lot of times you have to pull characters for very specific units. You could use them anywhere, right? Like Siakona, you could probably use her with multiple teams. But the thing is that most people are going to pull Siakona to run with Cardathea. Like, there's probably some people out there that will pull Siakona just because they like Siakona, but you're really not going to have people saying, yo, I'm going to pull Siakona because I like Calcharo. Yo, I'm going to pull Phoebe because I like Cantarella. Like, that, it doesn't work like that. Most people pull certain characters to run with their teams, unless you're John, because he pulls random crap. But most people have logic to why they pull, you know what I mean?
For those who have been playing since day one, they'll have gotten the 5-star select, as well as the free 5-star we got as an apology for the rocky initial launch, and of course, Shangli-Yao in version 1.2. Encore, Shangli-Yao, and Verena are still extremely present in the metagame. All the same, most of version 1 saw general team building with most characters being usable interchangeably with each other. For example, Sanhua and Verena being in almost every single party. But now that we're entering more specialized combat engines like Mono Fusion, Mono Arrow, Mono Spectral, it would be nice if they gave players a couple 4-star options to keep up with that. The current lineup of Sanhua, Mortefi, Danjin, Baizhi, Chisha, the Rovers, and Yang Yang do a good enough job holding down the fort. However, more is always helpful. As for what kind of 4-star we would need the most,
Look, these 4-star did a great job holding down the fort. The reality of it is that nowadays, with the introduction of the new elements, right? Or not the new elements, the new features to the elements. Spectral Frazzle, Arrow Erosion, in the future, Havoc Bane, and all those other ones. These characters do not fill those roles. None of these characters from the official launch of the game have the new buffed up, not elements, but like features to the elements. So you're kind of forced in a way that if you want the best optimal team, or at least a solid functional team, you gotta pull the main character and the sub DPS or their support, or you can go ahead and make some gimmicky ass team that will still work, because at the end of the day, WuWa is very easy. You can clear it with almost anything. But the 4-stars did their job in the first year. I feel that for the second year, they should 100% start adding characters to the roster, to the 4-stars, that fit with the new elemental changes that they've done and they're implemented to the new characters.
fort. However, more is always helpful. As for what kind of 4-star we would need the most, I'm honestly not sure. For Havoc teams, Dungeon and Havoc Rover can work as a pair, and the former can play well with other Havoc units like Camellia and Frolova, so that's covered. Spectra teams have Spectrover and Verena. Again, Zani would like Phoebe, but it's still usable. Air Ocean has Air Rover. Glacier teams have Baizhi. Fusion teams have Encore and Chisha. They're not best in slot, but they do get the job done. I think a good 4-star option would be a 4-star Whimpering Waste character. Technically we have Yang Yang for that, but I think a 4-star DPS option with AoE grouping capability can be a huge help for people.
Okay, but see, here's the thing. He talked a lot about these characters, how they have these options, but he's not really talking about the new mechanics so far, at least, and that's a very good reason as to why you can improve. And that's the only angle I really have as to why they have to add new characters. Yes, a new Whimpering Waste character would be great. You know how we have Danjin, and Danjin is like the solo boss nuking unit. She'll just solo everything and, you know, go up against bosses because she's a boss. Maybe a character like Danjin that does work in Whimpering Waste would be really good, but we have other characters that are pretty damn good. I forget the name of this girl. Yang Yang. Yang Yang is pretty good in Whimpering Waste. Not the best, obviously, but I get where he's going. He's just putting out angles as to how they could add new 4-star characters.
People in Whimpering, seeing as that game mode isn't as skill divable as the other ones. You just need someone who can blast through as many enemies as possible, as quickly as possible. I'm not sure what free-to-play players are doing for Whimpering, since I just take Camellia, GN, and Zani and AFK clear stuff, but I can imagine Whimpering Waste being difficult for people who don't have at least one super AoE clearing team or Rocha. Outside of that, probably another general hypercarry buffing unit. Right now the only two we have are Sanhua and Mortefi. Sanhua being good for how fast you can outro skill on her, and Mortefi's Liberation, in addition to both of them being good conduits for Moonlit Clouds and their S6 20% attack buff, but maybe someone who could give like a general buff to attackers. I had half a mind to make someone like Chikona, where their Liberation lets them choose what attack type they augment, whether basic attack, heavy attack, skill damage, what have you. That would be pretty cool. Overall though, given the circumstances, it's not an imperative need for one, but I think releasing a 4-star every couple versions or so would do good in keeping the roster more balanced.
100%.
Number 2. Targeted Echo Merge. I know this one technically already has a solution compared to other games that flat out don't let you farm more equipment. WuWa gives you the ability to endlessly farm the main stats on echoes you want by going throughout the world and killing stuff, then once you run out you can go to a friend's world and repeat the process, which is great. But if I may be so entitled as to ask for more, I think the merging feature could use a touch-up. As you know, the data merge is a system wherein you can take 5 unleveled echoes and turn them into one new one at random. On some occasions, you can even get a buy one get one free deal with a bonus echo. Couple that with being able to theoretically farm echoes until you hate yourself, and main stats are practically a non-issue in WuWa. However, there's one grievance I have towards data merging, the fact that you cannot choose what echo you get. Basically, the game will hand you one of any echo type you have in the Pokédex, aka databank, but considering there's like 100 different echoes in the available pool, the odds of you getting the one you want are slim to none.
So look, this is actually a pretty interesting, you know, thing that he's bringing up. Just today, I was maxed out on echoes, and I started merging my echoes, you know, batch merging. And I just kept getting a crap ton of useless echoes that I don't even use. I wish we could target what we wanted and have an easier time getting those echoes. I know it would lower the time when it comes to grinding, but I mean, I feel that it would help out a lot. And it's not even like game breaking. Getting the main stat is not that big of a deal, but at least letting us select what type of echoes we would want. Even if it's like, pick 3 and you pick those 3, and then if you batch merge, you know, you'd get a bunch of those same 3. But dog, batch merging 100 echoes, and then you go look at the result, and like you get 2 that are maybe usable, and then the rest is just trash. It's like, we don't get anything from dismantling our echoes, which first off is stupid. We should at least get coins, right? Like regular coins, not a lot, but something, bro. You can dismantle 1,000 echoes and you don't get shit. So I feel that some way to let us get something out of having so much echoes would definitely be appreciated. I don't know about y'all, but I don't like the fact that we can dismantle echoes and we don't get anything. Not even like 1 coin per echo, damn it. Just anything, man. I feel that they should definitely do something, and this could be something they could do, targeted echo merging or other things along those lines.
You need to get the right cost echo first, 1, 3, or 4. Then you need to make sure that echo's in the right set, since one echo could be part of 2 or even 3 different echo sets. At that point, you can basically forget about aiming for a certain main stat echo. All the batch merge is meant to do is clear your inventory space, because out of the 100 echoes you throw in there, maybe only like 1 of them is an actual good target stat. Which brings me to the number 2 suggestion. I would be more than willing to throw in 10 echoes or heck even 20 echoes if I was allowed to at least choose the Sonata set. We already have the onboard echo box that you get from the 1000 Gateways event, letting you choose from a selection of Sonata pairs to pull from. That could be a far better way of implementing the data merge than simply giving us a random echo. Yes, I'm aware, given the fact that you can farm theoretically endless amounts of echoes in the overworld, the whole RNG thing from merging is somewhat of a non-issue. But the point of quality of life is convenience at the end of the day. Small of a change this might be, I feel like it's not beyond the realm of possibility for Kuro to implement it.
Agreed.
Number 3. Training room. Not sure if this is something that would
I would kiss him in his neck for adding this particular thing. Just today on stream, we were testing out my builds, my characters. We were mid-maxing builds, mid-maxing echoes, and I was trying to figure out my damage numbers. How much damage do I do with this set? How much damage do I do with this set? How much damage do I do with this team? What about this team? I had to whip out a freaking calculator to find out how much damage I was doing with my rotation. How much damage I was doing total, how much damage my skill was doing, how much damage my liberation was doing. Everything was on screen for like half a second. Now, I played other games, and for example, one that comes to mind is Tower of Fantasy. At one point, they added a training room where you would literally go click start and you would do all your combo, and it would tell you literally everything from your damage, like how much total damage your rotation did, your burst, your skill, everything. Right there on screen without you having to whip out a freaking calculator. Let me have a training room so I can test out my damage, so I can see which build gives me the best result without having to go into a hologram and worry about dodging and resistances and landing the exact attack at the right moment. A training room would be so freaking basic. It would be so good. You don't even got to give us a training room. Put a training dummy in the main cities in like a little courtyard or something. That's it. That's all you got to do. And boom, now we can test out our characters without having to struggle and worry about all these different variables. Oh, it dodged me. It got away from me. Blah, 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 blah. It would be so simple. So this I already know is going to be a topic I like.
Universally benefit everyone compared to the first two, but I feel like a training room would be fantastic for theory crafting teams and such. A place with a training dummy that sits there and lets you beat over it to measure how much DPS your team is doing would be awesome for people who want to practice a game. And if I'm not mistaken, Punishing Grey Raven has one, so Kuro's already familiar with such a feature. To my knowledge, there's already an NPC in the game that lets you practice dodging encounters in Jinzhou at the start of the game, and I believe you can still train with them even now. But having something with infinite HP that lets you practice team rotations and quick swapping would greatly help out players who want a low-stakes environment to
100%.
practice. Granted, real enemies don't just stand still and let you do your thing, but WuWa definitely has a steeper learning curve as far as combat goes. Some characters have fairly elaborate rotations that take a good bit of practice to be fast with. I'm aware every unit has a tutorial mode where you can try their combos and stuff out, but those don't allow you to bring teammates of your choosing, nor do they let you test different rotations or combinations to see which one has the highest damage.
Exactly.
Most of the time, theory crafting is seen as more of a niche thing that spreadsheet slaves and sweaty players care about, but for WuWa, I actually think it's essential to have this kind of thing considering all the variables influencing a team's performance. Some people might look at a hypothetical rotation in DPS and think that's what they need to do, but they could be hamstringing themselves by not having the right practice. In addition to that, I think a boss simulator would be handy. It can get rather tiresome to learn the mechanics of a boss when trying to beat it, since at lower difficulties they just die immediately, and at higher difficulties they one-shot you. Perhaps
okay, that part right there, I mean, a boss simulator is hologram, especially now that you can literally just restart it and go back into it with all your liberationer filled up again.
One where both you and the boss are invincible and you're just practicing dodging and parrying certain things would be a good way for players to get the hang of.
I guess for people that need it to kind of learn, I guess both you and the boss being invincible, I feel like that's a little bit much, right? Because if you're invincible and the boss is invincible, like you'll learn the patterns, but you won't learn the risk, right? So I think it would be better to know the risk as you're learning the boss patterns little by little.
Bosses without having to go through the tedium of resetting over and over again. Although,
but anything helps, right? Whatever.
I suppose ever since they made it so energy is brought to full at the start of each hologram, you can just keep throwing yourself at the boss until you eventually get the hang of it. But either way, a training room would be certainly worthwhile. Again, quality of life additions are less about what is immediately necessary and more about what's nice to have.
Yeah, it's more about what helps the game in the long run. So like a long time ago there was an issue where Kuro asked us in a survey what we would like to have them add in the game, and one of the options I believe was like housing or something like that, and people got so mad about housing, and I was like, bro, housing could give us so much. It could give us a training room where you can go out and train your own rotations, you know, check if a team that you have is better with a little bit more crit rate or more damage and less crit rate, or with more attack or more basic attack, things like that. A lot of times people are building characters and they don't get to truly see what makes their character tick. For example, when I was building Brand, I was testing it with one of my friends, right, on the Discord, and we were testing out the damage numbers. I had better stats all around, except in basic attack. I had more basic attack, but he had higher attack than me. The character scales off attack, but it turns out that the way we were, you know, checking things out, it was a little bit better to have higher attack than higher basic attack, right? And there are other characters that will be better to have higher, for example, basic attack than higher attack. Zani is a good example because when I build her, I had her really high on attack. I had attack percentage on every piece, but I had low heavy attack. I built her differently. I got less attack percentage rolls, but I got more heavy attack percentage rolls, and now she deals more damage. Ideally, you want to have perfect rolls on all your echoes, but we're not going to do that. We don't have the ability for that, big man. So a lot of times you work with what you have, and it would be really good for us to be able to test what we have and what gives us the best results for our characters. Simple as that.
Number 4, wave plate condensing.
Yes.
Kind of a small one, but something that I think would be nice in the off chance you're short on time but don't want to feel guilty about losing it. As you know, WuWa lets you store up to 240 wave plates, filling up over the course of 24 hours. Any additional points generated on top of that get stored into a bank of sorts that accumulates energy beyond 240 at a slower rate. Further, certain farming spots like the materials or taster field areas afford you the option to double claim as a way to shorten the amount of grinding you have to do every day. The implementation of those features is obviously very much appreciated since you can blow through your energy in a matter of like 5 minutes, so I might just be asking for a mile after getting an inch. That said, a way to condense wave plates into a separate type of item would be helpful for certain things, like if you're trying to stockpile energy to power farm a new character coming out who needs entirely new boss material.
Especially because nowadays they be adding new echo sets for every single freaking character that they're dropping, right? So a lot of times having all that energy in there is cool and all, but it would be good if we can just condense it into the little gold cubes and just save those cubes. And whenever a new character drops that we actually like, then we can use all our energy. That would be a much better use of our energy. It wouldn't take anything from Kuro, it wouldn't hurt nobody, and it would just make grinding, and once again, the tedious process of getting good echo rolls that much easier.
or something along the lines of that. Echoes you can technically pre-farm via the 1000 gateway boxes, but overall some form of supplementary energy storage would be nice.
Yep.
Number 5. Autotune. No, not the kind of autotune you find in music videos. This is a personal gripe of mine. As someone who tries to min-max echo
I was
leveling,
about to
what I
say
really
they added
dislike
this, but
about
you put the note there. So it turns out they already added this in 2.5. Okay, good.
leveling echoes is how I have to first level up the echo, then tune it, then level it up again, then
we
tune
already know this one because it's been added.
The whole process gets tedious a bunch of times. I would like to up all at once at a later point. Or maybe I'm just in the minority, who knows. Number 6, Endless mode. The last two things are going to be content related, but one...
Please give us an endless mode. Dog, I used to play Warframe, and they have a survival mode, and you would go in there and just fight as long as you could. You could be there 5 minutes, or you could be there an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, just non-stop killing waves upon waves that obviously got higher level and got harder as time progressed. Give us an endless mode. Give us something that we can do to just play and grind and just test how strong we are, and actually test right now. Not even free-to-plays really get to test how strong they are, because everything in the game is so easy. And you could say, yo, well, Hologram 6 aren't easy, but you clear them one time after struggling for a few days, and then you're done. There's nothing else. Tower is extremely easy, even with S0R1 characters. Whimpering Waste, despite the fact that it kind of got HP inflation not too long ago, it's still relatively easy once you have the characters to beat it. So an endless mode would be something. Something for endgame would be amazing. An endless mode, endless tower, chef's kiss.
The thing I would love to have for this sort of game, on account of it being very hack and slashy, is an endless game mode. Sort of like a combination of tower and whimpering, where you face endless waves of enemies that get increasingly more and more challenging via some kind of procedural generation algorithm.
And please don't make it be in a single room that is just a circle. Please don't do that. We already have the doo-doo ass design that is Whimpering Waste and Tower. That's just a circle. At least make it like a room where enemies spawn in different areas. You know, Warframe, y'all get the deal if you've ever played that game. If not, it's basically just like a building, right? And enemies spawn in different areas, and you gotta go and kill them to maybe extend the timer, right? The more enemies you kill, the more extended the timer gets. But if they spawn in the same area, right in a circle platform, it's boring. Make it so you have to move around the room, kill the enemies. Yeah, that's a cool thing. I like that.
And the goal is to get as far as humanly possible. To prevent the game from getting sweatier than it already is, they could simply add it for bragging rights or for leaderboard achievements, but no rewards. Longtime viewers of my Wuthering Waves content may know I often showcase background footage from Mormont, and it's incredibly satisfying to see someone really good at the game. Sweetly made a name for herself by literally skill diffing the game under the most extreme conditions, and the very nature of WuWa's combat engine makes it so you can pull off some crazy feats in this game. I'm not kidding, you should see dungeon mains. They unironically get off on keeping dungeon at perma 1 HP, then dodging and parrying everything like it's a die in the game, die in real life type scenario. In any case, Endless Mode offers players a chance to see how long they can hold out before enemies eventually get too numerous and too powerful for them to last any longer.
It would be so fun!
I got this idea from stuff like Paper Mario, The 1000-Year Door's Infinite Pit of 100 Trials ROM hack, and Pokerogue. People go crazy for those games, and I can imagine a whole new niche of content for something like this.
Yo, just seeing how much content could be brought into the game by just adding a tower, and then adding every week they can reset the tower, so the scores and the leaderboard gets reset, and then they could just add different freaking elements to it, right? They could make it so after you clear the first 20 floors that everybody could do, every free-to-play anybody can do, right? The first 20-30 floors. After that, you don't get rewards, you just get placed on a leaderboard. No rewards, just leaderboard, right? So you could see if you push to level 100, level 200, and every week they can change it. So enemies are resistant to Glacio. Enemies deal more damage to fusion characters. Stuff like that, bro. And then it would be so interesting, bro. It would be so interesting.
Imagine watching a streamer just perma-dodging and parrying everything and reaching level 100 or something, where mobs are so strong they literally one-shot you if they so much as touch you.
That would be so good.
Number 7. Make Depths of Elusive Realm permanent. Depths of Elusive Realm was actually...
We've been asking for the GOAT since the beginning. To this day, I don't know why Kuro took it off. it makes zero sense to me why Depths of Elusive Realm was taken off. The only thing that comes to mind is that the rewards were too good for people. Because it makes no sense that the mode that everybody liked the most was taken off, and they keep giving us like some BS examples of what it could be, but they don't give us the mode that we all want. Like, it makes zero sense to me, bro.
Actually a ton of fun when it was around, and I can't figure out for the life of me why they stopped doing it. It used to be a big thing back in version 1 where we had it for version 1.0, 1.1, 1.2, and 1.4, but ever since they brought in the Fantasy 1000 Gateways thing, which I suppose is meant to be a spiritual successor, they never brought back Elusive Realm. Surely they can have both of them. Having a long-term progress thing in Wuthering Waves would be nice. I'm all for rotating game modes like Tower and Whimpering and whatnot, but as someone who grew up playing MMOs, I'm a sucker for continuous progress.
Yes,
Something
sir.
that makes me feel like my account now is much further in progression than 6 months ago in more than just how many characters I have.
Yep.
I think that's something all gachas stand to benefit from in general. It would be nice to have something in the game that makes people feel as if they're making steady progress towards.
Bro, that's such a good thing that he just brought up, because what he just said is exactly how I feel. I feel like the only way to measure the progression you do in Wuthering Waves is how many characters you got. That's it. Because 5 months ago, you could clear Tower and Whimpering Waste, and now you can still clear Tower and Whimpering Waste. You can't make your characters any stronger. You can't make your account any stronger. You just, that's it. And I feel that there's a lot of other things they could implement to give you that sense of progression where you know that little by little your account and, you know, your progression is getting further and further. We'll see.
An ultimate goal instead of everything feeling like a routine that refreshes every so often.
Yup.
I'm not certain if they have plans to reinstitute Elusive Realm, but if they could make it a permanent thing and rework it a bit, that could be an opportunity to add some more long-term progression for players. Also, I miss the elusive store they had. Anyway,
That
those
store
are the
was
7
great.
things I believe would be great for Wuthering Waves. Of course, there are way more than 7, but we'd be here forever then. Let me know in the comments below what quality of life updates or features you think they should add to the game. I'd like to hear what you have to say on this. As always, if you enjoyed the video, a like and subscribe would be much appreciated. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter @FarsVarm, join my Discord server, and check out my other Wuthering Waves discussion videos
Okay.
if you haven't yet. But till next time, thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care.
That was a good video by Vars. Low-key, I enjoyed that video. There's a lot of things that I think are needed in the game. It's not just quality of life changes. I do feel that they definitely got to give us more content to play that feels important, right? A lot of the content we do right now in the game feels superficial as hell. There's no sense of difficulty whatsoever. And recently, we all ran into what everybody was saying, you know, HP inflation in Whimpering Waste, and I feel that that's not really a way to make the game harder. It's a cheap, pathetic way to make the game harder. I feel that if they add more game modes, things that actually impact with the way we build our teams, like a tower mode, right, and things like that, it would improve the quality of the game. It would allow us to test our characters and just overall enjoy the game a lot more. There's a lot of things that we can sit here and talk about that could improve the game, in my opinion. But for now, I do think that they gotta keep improving the game. They've done a great job. Hopefully they keep improving the game. Quality of life should not just be things that make the game play smoother, right? You know, flight and things like that are good, but also that enrichen the game, that give us a deeper gameplay experience. But that's going to be it for me. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about this video and what ideas you have that could improve Wuthering Waves. For now, hit that like button, subscribe, join the Discord. We have some dope stuff going on Discord, and we chat it up every single day. I'll see you guys next time, and peace. All right. Had to get a quick react in there, bro. A quick react, bro. ZZ has that? True. I remember doing hours on my necros. That's what I'm saying. So you know about what I'm talking about. Like, it would be so good to like actually have a mode where we can go in there and just test out our characters. All right, let's see. We have a couple more videos that I want to chat and check out today. We're going to do this one. All right. Okay. Let's see. One thing I'd add is I'd want them to make a permanent event with user-generated content. That would be rough for a game like this, where they have such tight, like, how do I put it, hold on what their quality is, it would be really hard for them to allow us to have user-generated content. It needs to be very dynamic like it was in Warframe then. Yeah, 100%. But the problem, you know, once again stands out that for some reason people seem to have a problem with whale like driven content. Like people that play gacha games have this mentality where whales should never have a benefit on these games. Like, it don't matter if they're spending money in the game. It don't matter anything. Companies should never ever cater to like whale players. I don't understand that mentality, but it's going to be really hard for them to make content that is very dynamic, that is long-term and hard progression, if they don't add some sort of like damage scaling. It's a complicated subject in my opinion. Yeah, it's complicated, bro. There we go. Like, the way I see it is this, right? This is how I see it. If they add, let's say, a tower mode, right? And today they make it so you get 10,000 gems every month, and even free-to-play S0 R1 players can clear it, and it's perfect, right? You get all those rewards, and then they have an extra side to it, or like another 5 levels that are very hard, that you either need to have hyper invested into some characters, gotten yourself some dupes or something, and then that other side gives you like 2,000 extra gems. I feel that I have no problem with that, even if I was 100% free to play, right? 100% free to play. I would have no problem with that. I feel like the people that are putting the money into the game are the ones that are funding the company to a certain degree, and they have all the right to get a little bit more compensation. But that's just me. That's just my thought. I have the same thought, you know, the same opinion even when I play games as a free to play. I just think it's the way life works, right? There's nothing wrong with it, but you know, some people think that if there's any sort of benefit towards the whale players, that it's a problem. Now, I'm not saying they should release like, you know, Tower and make it so Tower, the weekly reset mode, can't be beat unless you're a whale, because then that's kind of stupid. You know, that doesn't make any sense. But some things should be not catered, but more specific for not whales, like not people with S6 R5 complete team setups, but people that have gone a little bit into their own characters and hyper invested on some units, right? You don't need to have S6 R5, but people maybe that got in their main DPS with a couple of dupes on them because they saved. Those are the people that would see a little bit more progression in certain game modes. If only whales can do it, then it's wrong, but if casuals can do it, then it's not hard for the whales. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a complicated topic, but I feel that there has to be some sort of leverage. But with free-to-plays that are very hardcore about the way they see things, they never see eye to eye in that regard. Like, they never accept that there should be any sort of, like, bonus towards the pay-to-win players, right? And that's a hard topic. That's a very hard topic. See what we got going on over here. Nothing. Cool. All right, now. Who dropped this video? Cosmos. Okay. Let me go here. We got another video. Boy, oh boy, has the drama with the rating and the opinion regarding the story and everything that evolved from there reached a new height. We have the homie Cosmos dropping a very interesting video. It's a skit, so I'm sure it's going to be funny. If you guys have been in touch with the whole situation going on, whether you're Team Billy Bob, Team Randall, not saying their names, you guys know who I'm talking about, this is still gonna be a funny video, because at the end of the day, drama's drama. It ain't shit. People go on their day without really caring about it, but seeing how it all evolves and keeps progressively getting bigger and bigger is honestly a shit fest, and it's pretty damn funny. So today I wanted to react to this video. You guys shared it on my Discord, told me to check it out, and I really want to see how far the 7 out of 10 has reached. So make sure you guys hit that like button as we hop into this video, and let's see what Cosmos cooked up today. Yo, this top 100 best of all time, greatest ever, bro. Oh, hell no. You didn't hear it? Oh, we got to do it again. Got to do that intro again. There we go. I don't know why, bro. All right, here we go. All right, so here we go.
You don't understand. You are not ready, bro. This 2.5 story, this shit is triple A material,
Yeah, I mean, I heard the story
bro.
crazy, so I gotta play.
After this story, bro, I had to take out my wallet, bro. I'm telling you, this shit is top 100 anime level, bro. My anime list, this shit got it in the top 100.
Hey, bro, that's how people was talking about, bro. People was saying that the 2.5 story is the greatest of all time, bro. People was hyped about this. Some people was even crying about this goddamn thing, bro. Hey, listen, I thought it was pretty good. I ain't even gonna lie. I actually enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed it quite a bit. I like Frolova, and I thought the story was pretty well done.
Bro, I'm telling you, this shit is incredible.
When we joined the Fraxidus, we accepted that this day might come.
Oh, no. Oh, no. He looking at the phone, chat. Saint Tonto's about to go at him, bro. He ain't ready, bro. You know, the whole WuWa community pretty much belongs to Saint. At least that's what some people say. And they ain't gonna like this. That's all I'm saying.
Bro,
Homie about to have a stroke. He said, hell nah, hell nah. He ain't doing this, bro.
are you even paying attention? You watching, right?
Bro, you have to look at the real eyes and say you, bro. It's just...
He is right now, live in the flesh, buying his ticket so he can go to Kuro Fest. That's exactly what he's doing.
so fucking stupid.
Yo, this part is crazy, man. Yo, this part...
Why he looking in there like that? What he lost, bro? Homie got a toy at the bottom of the bag, bro.
I'm gonna get some more of these. These are real good.
Hey, those are some pretty good chips. I ain't even gonna lie.
God damn.
Why he... Oh, hell no. That's my actual pet peeve. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. If you smack your fingers and you lick your fingers around me like that, we gonna have a problem, bro. Why he in there like that? Why he in there like that, bro? Homie looking for lost treasure, bro. He lost his Kuro Fest ticket inside the bag.
Bro, what are you, 5 years old? You think there's a toy in the bag? Oh my god.
Oh no.
Man, this flashback hit hard, bro.
Yeah, that flashback
like, you don't
was
even
good.
understand how much...
Oh no. Oh nah, bro. He over here calling his girl or something while the flashback is happening. We ain't gonna stand for that today, bro.
Bro, who are you calling?
Hello?
Yo.
Yo, we got a special feature? Is that Glaive? Is that Glaive? Oh, Glaive is about to crash out on this man for calling him while he's playing the story. I already know that's about to happen, bro. Glaive special guest feature? Okay.
Glaive, my goat, bro.
How you been?
Oh, you know, I'm still in turmoil after the recent story quest we did. You know, I'm getting by. How you been, man?
Oh, I'm chilling. You know, I'm not doing anything that crazy or important. Just want to catch up with you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, nothing crazy. I'm actually doing a story quest right now, but yeah, what you up to?
Wait, what? You mean like right now? As you're like calling me?
Yeah, like right now it's on the screen, bro. But don't even worry about it. What you up to?
Bro,
How you been?
get off your phone and focused on the story quest. Why are you not paying attention?
Bro.
You know, Glaive was, bro, this is actual Glaive reaction. Like, he wasn't even doing the skit. Like, Glaive was actually tweaking. He was like, how dare you even propose this skit to me, bro? This is how I really feel about people that don't pay attention to the story, bro.
Huh? Bro, the stories, bro, it's on autoplay.
Yeah, so you still playing Uma Musume, bro?
You're gonna miss everything and not understand what's happening.
Oh, bro, nothing crazy happening. I think it's just some flashback or something. Don't even worry.
Bro, that thing that is literally the thing that happened in 1.0. What are you doing?
It's nothing crazy, bro. It's nothing crazy.
Look at her face. Look at her face. She's so sad, bro.
Look at her face. Look at her face. She's so sad. She's crying. No, look at it. Homie was actually stressing. I actually feel this is how Glaive feels regarding this, bro. I ain't even gonna
So,
lie.
nah, it's nothing crazy, bro. Trust me. I'm paying attention. It's nothing crazy.
Bro, you know what? I'm hanging up. I'm paying attention, bro.
All right, bro. I'll talk to you later. I guess he was pretty busy.
Oh, he goes back to fondle the chips. No way they hit us with the Honkai Star Rail, bro. No way they hit us with the Honkai Star Rail. Black screen, white text. One tragic story later. Oh no. Bro, homie's crying, bro. Homie's actually crying, bro. Yo. Who actually cried during the story for 2.5? Like, actually, let me know in the comments. Y'all don't have to hide it. I ain't judging you, bro. I be crying when certain boat from One Piece, you know, got gulagged. I was out there crying, boogers out, everything, bro. I was looking like a hot mess, bro, when that scene happened. So I'm not judging you. But I just want to know, were you genuinely touched by that scene this much that you was out here crying?
Oh my god, it's so sad, bro.
Homie's feeling it, bro. Oh nah, bro. Oh nah. You know the homie's you gonna start fucking tweaking at that thing, bro. Like, if I was with my boy and I was heavily invested and my boy passed out on it, I think we'd have an issue, bro. I'd have to troll him, I'd have to prank him, I'd have to do something, bro.
Bro, are you sleeping?
You hit us with the SpongeBob, bro.
Oh shit, it's over. It was alright. I don't see what the hype was, but it was. I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
He actually rated it a 7 out of 10. Yo, that's what I'm saying, bro. You guys really wanted me to react to it, but it's crazy how the little things about this whole situation, you know, with the people involved, got to this point that it became like an actual thing. There's skits about it, everything. It's funny,
It was
bro.
pretty good.
Bro, what is 7 out of? Bro, you didn't even know what happened?
Like, you know, like Frolova was doing her thing. You know, Rover was doing her thing.
Yeah, bro. They was just doing their thing, you know what I mean?
What they call the fraction motherfuckers.
He called it the fraction, motherfucker. Addition, subtraction, division, the motherfuckers. The multiplication dudes, yeah, them dudes, okay.
Fraction, they were doing their thing.
That's
Yeah,
not-
like, it was all cool. Like, I wouldn't say it was a top 100 anime or anything, but, you know, it was pretty solid. 7 out of 10. Respectable.
7 out of 10? Bro, you wasn't even paying attention the entire time.
Bro, who are you to tell me if I was paying attention or not? Bro. I
Okay.
was paying attention. I don't know who you are to sit there and tell me that I'm not paying attention when I'm the one who was invited to a Kuro Fest and your bro.
Oh, bro, they brought up the Curl Fest and everything. This is like a straight jab to the neck, bro. Yo, I didn't know it was that, like, specific. I thought it was just, like, a general skit making fun of, like, you know, the drama of the opinions of people not paying attention. But this is literally the whole, I'm gonna say, the whole genocide drama, bro. Like, literally that. That's, he's playing genocide. The other guy, I don't know who he playing, bro. Probably St. Tontas or something. I don't know.
Oh, like, bro, you can't even go to Kuro Fest. So, you know what?
I ain't even gonna lie, though. He right, bro. We can't go to Kuro Fest, so we ain't shit. Like, he just said it, bro. Like, he put him in his place, bro. Were you invited to Kuro Fest? No.
It's actually time for me to go to Kuro Fest right now. So sit there in your little broke boy chair while I go to Kuro Fest and you sit there being greedy and stupid because I'm the only motherfucker who should be praised.
Oh my god, bro. Yo, he cooked, bro. Homie was like, damn, bro. That is actually, yeah, that's a whole clowning skit. Like, that wasn't just like, yo, I'm gonna make a little video. Nah, they clowned on homeboy, bro. Listen, at the end of the day, you shouldn't have been talking shit. Appreciate y'all for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. There we go. Another solid reaction, another interesting video, bro. That was crazy, bro. Like, I thought that they weren't gonna bring up the 7 out of 10. I thought it was just gonna be a skit of like his homie not paying attention, him getting pissed off about it. Nah, they brought the very specific things regarding it. The Kuro Fest, all of that. Damn, bro. Pirate software type of situation, bro. What was the recent drama? Check out my YouTube channel. The video is pinned right now, actually, here on the chat. So, the video for the recent drama is there, man. Man. That is actually very interesting content, bro. Bro, yeah, it was a nothing burger, but I feel that it's like a two-piece pack of shit. That's how it is with like drama in this WuWa or, you know, gacha space, bro. It always starts as a nothing burger, as literally like pathetic little interactions, and then it just gets picked up and blown out of proportion. Now, I'm not saying that the whole thing was nothing, right? But it's so insignificant. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Here's how it was. Someone didn't like the fact that Jenna rated it low. Then he got mad that they didn't like that they rated it low. Then he decided to call some random people a bunch of random shit. Bad words or, you know, derogatory terms, or just clown on some people. And then some other people got upset that Jenna called them like stupid or whatever. And now it just keeps evolving from nothingness. Like, first off, who cares if a dude wasn't paying attention and then rated it 7 out of 10? Does his rating change your opinion of the story? No. Second, Jenna, or, you know, the CC, why do you care if people are saying you didn't pay attention? So what if you didn't? And so what if you did? Who cares what they think? Third, Jenna then called the people a bunch of whatever words that they didn't like. Who cares if a YouTuber or a streamer calls you anything, bro? YouTubers are just like you. They eat shit and sleep. They ain't above nobody. Who cares if a YouTuber said you're stupid, retarded, ugly, or fat? It doesn't matter. They ain't shit at the end of the day. You're going to turn off the stream, go watch your shows, play with your dick, eat with your girl, hang out, go to bed, and they ain't going to affect anything that you do. But in the gacha space, all of that is content, and we got to make videos about it because it gives us money. It is what it is. Trust me, you get what you give. So that's how it all evolves, and that's why it all happens. And it just so happens that everybody's community interacts with all that information, all that shit, and they start dropping opinions because everybody in the WuWa space at some point eventually evolves into a Karen. Yup, that is what it is. That's how it actually is. Hey, yo, react to this? What is this? New trailer? What the fuck? Oh, shit, we got... What? What in tarnation? Hold on, chat. Hold on, chat. We got more. We got a brand new WuWa trailer that just dropped. What the fuck? Hold on. You either die a guide maker or live long enough to become a drama farmer. Facts, bro. Facts. Hey, I'm a little bit of both right now. I'm farming drama because I need views. God damn it. I keep it a stack. What's good, guys? So Kuro just launched a brand new story trailer, Wuthering Wave story trailer to the finale, and I want to see what this is. You guys just shared it with me on stream, and I want to see what they're cooking. You know, after I seen some of the ones they've dropped, like that Cardathea freaking story trailer that they dropped, that thing was one of the greatest piece of like anime trailers for gacha games that I've seen in a very long time. So let's see if they're cooking with this one, and let's see what they did. Kuro Games. Oh, talking about the GOAT. There she is. Oh.
Shadows open up their wings like butterflies, creeping in where silence dies. When they kiss the ground, the night will fall.
Oh, Augusta! Oh, shit! The GOAT! Brent! The waifus, of course. Woo! Who the... Okay, I was about to say, who that? Ooh, Galbrina! Yo, she got a wang, bro. Why this look so hype? Ooh. Ooh. Bro. Oh my god, bro. Jesus. Why they go so hard? Oh, Chisa. Chisa, bro. They gave us a little bit of Chisa. Yo. Listen, Kuro has no business dropping things like this out of nowhere without telling me first. Like, that is actually crazy. This was an insane little trailer. Nothing crazy. It gave us a sneak peek at some of the characters, and we're gonna rewind back and take a look at some of them. But the fact that they just dropped this out of nowhere for no reason is actually crazy. Like, I don't know about y'all, but some of the animes, like actual animes that have been dropping recently, look like hot ass. Like, straight up hot ass. Why does this trailer look better than a lot of those animes? Why don't they just freaking drop why don't they just drop an anime, bro? Wuthering Waves, in terms of its characters, in terms of its world, would do for a banger ass anime. Hold on, there's some things we want to talk about. First off, her eyes changed. Why is she giving me like some weird vampire vibes, bro? Hold on. Let's go back. She got the red eyes, right? She got the red eyes black dragon. And then, why they go purple glowy like that? That shit's fire. But hold on, there's more stuff we got to talk about. First off, bro, we have bootleg Gion over here. And we don't really see much from dude, but we see the back of his head, bro. We see the back of his head, and we see his face. He looks cool. You can tell he tired. He gonna have that persona where he's a tired dude, nonchalant, he really don't care. But he looking cool, right? I'm interested in... Bro, I need y'all to see this. First off, this looks like fusion, but I don't know. Kuro be doing weird shit, and this can come out being freaking glacial. I don't know. She looked like fusion. I think she's gonna be fusion, but what really caught my attention is this right here, bro. Bro, that's a wing. That's a fire freaking wing. She got Ebola on her arm, and then she got like, I don't know if this is part of her wing, like if that just flames from under her coat. That's a wing, bro. Bro, that's a wing. She's gonna have a fire wing just pop up at some point. Maybe Liberation, I don't know, but that actually looks crazy. I'm pretty sure she's gonna be fusion. And bro, this gives me the Gojo vibes when he goes like that and just pops people. Like, look at that shit, bro. Boom! Ooh, bro, that looks too fire. Hold on, I need to see that. I need to see something real quick. So yeah, look, her coat looking normal, right? Her coat look, she building like a little fusion spirit bomb over here. Another little mini fusion Rasengan over here. It explodes, and now she got like a crazy, bro, that's her coat. Her coat turned into a wing or something. And then that's a fire wing. I don't care, bro. That's a whole fire wing and a half, bro. Oh, that looks so good. And then obviously they gonna bring out the goat over here, bro. The goat, greatest WuWa character of all time. Brancicle, just slashing and gashing. Bro, why these scenes look so good? Like, bro, this would be epic if it ever happened. Like, if there was a scene where, like, it actually came through, waves crashed down on Septimont, and then we had to be out here, like, not Septimont, this city, and we actually have to be out here fighting it. Bro, and then they give us, like, flat out Jesus Rover, bro. He ain't doing all it is, but... Bro. Ain't no way, bro. Homie out here just splitting the ocean. Hey, we did get to do that in the 2.5 story. If you were paying attention and you weren't talking to the chat or, you know, booking your ticket to Kuro Fest. But splitting the ocean is kind of crazy. Ooh, bro. It just looks so good, bro. It looks so freaking good, ladies and gentlemen. And the little sneak peek of Chisa is great. Like, honestly, I think it's like at least a 7 out of 10 trailer. But I'm super hyped. Like, I told you guys earlier on the stream, I'm particularly not interested in pulling, or like building and getting, Galbrina into my team. Because my fusion team is perfect. But why they have... Bro, they didn't show us anything from this dude. They showed us his freaking face, bro. Like, that's it. They showed us his depressing emo-looking face, right? They showed us Chisa's face, right? But why they have to show Galbrina like that, bro? Like, bro, they show her so much, dude. They show her doing an attack in, like, some weird-ass evolved form. I don't know, man. I might... If she turns out being fusion, I'm going to have a hard time. Especially if her fire is freaking blue. Because then we would have Brant with purple flames, Galbrina with blue frames, and Fupa with... Ooh! And if she's not fusion, I'm pulling her too because she looks fire. She does have dark, and we really don't get a lot of characters that have black in their outfits. They have little things that are black, but they don't really get black outfits. And she looks like she has a lot of black in her outfit. And I love characters like that. She just looks overall really badass. So, I'm hyped with this trailer. They cooked. Out of nowhere, they dropped this thing. Literally just dropped. And I'm really excited. And another thing I really like about this thing is right here. They show Your Majesty right here, bro. Where's she at? Where's she? We are getting her next, bro. I'm telling you, we're all going to be getting this girl. If you ain't getting her, well, I ain't talking to you. But damn, she look good, bro. Look at her. She does have that big-ass freaking thing on her forehead that I don't like. I wish she didn't have it. When they drop a skin for her, I'm going to be buying it because I do not like that big-ass plate on her forehead. But other than that, she looks so freaking good. She's majestic looking, bro. But yeah, man. I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. I'm going to stop it right here when the GOAT, the greatest character in Withering Waves, is on screen. And if you like the video, hit that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. There we go. 3 reactions. That was a crazy thing, bro. Like, that's fire. That's fire. I enjoyed that, bro. I did not even know they was going to drop that. Bro, I have 2 more reactions y'all want me to do. Fuck. I'm going to do this one tomorrow. Even though it's 3 days ago, I'll do that tomorrow. I don't care. And another Saint Tonta's video from 3 hours ago you want me to do? Fuck. What is this about? CN is pissed. What is CN pissed about? Oh, I just seen the video we just watched right there. I'm guessing this is more about the drama. Oh, boy. Oh, yeah, right here. Stain breaks down how the videos of Glaive Keo and Cosmos surrounding the 710 Withering Waves 2.5 story situation have made waves across the globe in CN. Okay, so this shit reached CN. Okay. I'll react to these 2 tomorrow, chat. I hope that's okay, because I've already done enough reacting for today. I actually want to play a little bit more before I hop off. But yeah, I'll leave those 2 for tomorrow. If you guys want me to react to more content, drop it on the Discord, all that good stuff. And for now, let's get back to gaming for a little bit before I end the stream. Oh boy. I was going to skip Augusta too until I saw her gameplay. Yeah, Augusta gameplay looked crazy. Alright, I got 2 fire base character setups in WuWa. It's my first gacha, so does this mean I won't have to upgrade to a character necessarily? Or do I have to because I won't be able to do damage otherwise? Hades, no, you are good in Withering Waves. Withering Waves is a very easy gacha game. You set up your teams and you won't ever get like power creep to the point that like you can't use your characters anymore. Just work on your characters, get them their weapons with time, and if you really like a character, like you really like their design, the way they play, over time, see about getting some dupes into them. And that's it. When you have a duped character, is really not getting power crept in Withering Waves. Like, there's never going to be a level of power creep in this game that will power creep a duped unit, ever. So if you like a character, that's my best advice. If you like a character in WuWa, if you like, it doesn't matter, Zani, Cardithea, and you want to play them for a long time, just dupe them, bro. They're never going to get power crept to that degree. Because if Withering Waves comes to a point where they're power creeping their duped units, it's Rover. It's game Rover, bro, at that point. Let me just double check something real quick. Where is it? But, guys, let me see if I've done everything, because I think I'm done with everything for the day, and it has been 3 hours. Okay, so I'm pretty much done with my stamina. Well, I'm saving for Geshu Lin right now, so I ain't using until we get him. Okay, you'll be fine. If you get Geshu Lin, you'll be fine. If they ever drop him, that is. If they ever drop him. Honkai Star Rail managed to do that in about a year and some change. Yeah, but the difference with Honkai Star Rail to a game like this is that Honkai Star Rail is a turn-based strategy game, whereas this game is a skill-based game, right? It's very difficult to power creep the skill factor, whereas in a turn-based game, strategy game, it is a lot easier to power creep. You know what I mean? And now ZZZ, I don't know what's going on with ZZZ. People be talking about power creep in ZZZ. I don't know why they power creeping in ZZZ. That thing's crazy. That thing's crazy. But yeah, boys, make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe, check out the latest video. I'll have some of these videos up probably today or tomorrow. If you haven't already, follow me on YouTube and join the Discord, and I will be seeing you all tomorrow for another live stream. So turn on bell notifications and all that good stuff. I love y'all. Kiss y'all in your neck if you're over 42. For now, peace.
Looks like you don't care, walking the dust off. Is that what you do? Is that all you're